do highlights with your computer, dog. Talk all the masa you want on there and hide behind there and be a keyboard gangster, homie. You know, walk the yarda with the keyboard, homie, or the text. You know. But anyways, what's up? ¿Qué tal, homie? Happy New Year's. J Money, what up, homie? Hey, homie. Homicide DM you. Check it out. Okay, okay. I get so. Oh, thank you for joining the club. Hey, gracias, man. I get so many inboxes, you know, that because I have Facebook, TikTok, we have it all, homies. Instagram, we have the whole this mother, homie. But we'll check it out as soon as I get down with this holly. But anyways, we had to haul the floats, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it again for this year coming, you know, next year, you know.
It was a
But
lot of. It's like 6 hours now, and
hey, from Vegas, what's up, man? Oh, what's up, CeeLo? What up, homie? God bless you and your family. That's right, homie. Gracias, Leah, what's up? Uh,
¿qué pasa, amigo? Desde México
Chulada, what's up, man? Happy from Mexico? Where at?
on TikTok.
Oh, all right. What's up? Hey, YouTube, can you hear it now? Um, how was your working days?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
okay. We're live in YouTube now. You know, YouTube be tripping, homie. They all trip, dog. But we're all good. You know what I mean? Anyways, today was raining off and on. It's still raining right now.
I just started it.
And right here in Los, it's just it's getting a little hectic. You know what I mean? The year just barely started, pero le tenemos que dar. We gotta go and push it good. Anthony, what's up, homie? Robert, what's up? Am I gonna be at Long Beach this Sunday? It's not this Sunday. I think it's next Sunday, right? I think on the 8th. Is it on the 8th?
I think so, but there's rain, so
Check it.
yeah.
I doubt it. I think it's next Sunday, homie. You know? Because on the 18th is Pomona. So the 17th is the Long Beach Super Show. And they gave me tickets already. So I'm gonna be giving tickets away, you guys, okay? So be on the standby, homie. What up, homie? What up, Johnny? Hi. Can't hear it over here or even see you.
No, I could hear
Okay,
you.
okay. They say we're good. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be out there in Long Beach, I think, next weekend, homie.
The next one is January 11th.
Yeah, January 11th for the Long Beach, homies. You know what I mean? So that's feed, man. I'm get it going, you know. Happy New Year, Mikey. What's up, homes? Victor, what's up? Happy New Year's. You know what I mean? No, now you see me. All right. What up, camarada? Saludos. Happy New Year. Hey, what's up, plumber? What's cracking, dog? Thank you guys for always tuning in. Are you? They always ask me that in YouTube.
No. Yeah.
Okay, YouTube. I'm not GAY and I'm not CARTL. Okay, I'm not those, dog. Those. They always ask those questions. I don't know. So
Like
maybe,
they just, I don't
maybe
know.
they hang out there all the time, dog. Maybe you know what I mean. But we're neither. All right.
Plumbers make said, "What's up, camarada? Saludos and happy New Year."
What's up, homie? All right.
Chi-town,
Or a Mexican
Chicago.
gangster. I'm not a Mexican gangster no more, homie. Elbows up, side to side, homie. And lean like a cholo. Happy New Year. The sunshine. What's up, homie? Happy New Year, Diamond. Oh, Deanna. What's up, homie? Yo, Mr. White, someone's at the door. ¿Quién es? El hielo? Bring him up, homie. No hay pedo. All right. Let's go. Let's play some music. How's everybody doing this evening? Is everybody doing? Shout out my boys in Louisiana. What's up, man? Vickers. What's up, Vickers? Just trying to get everything going. Do I have a lowrider? No, I have a panel, homie. 1986 step van panel, lunch truck gangster down with pipa, straight pipe chain, steering wheel, QB2 siren, alloy wheels, dog. It's every time I go out, this is what they do with the cameras because it has TVs and everything. You know, what's up? Well, Jesus loves you. All right, that's right. Jesus loves everybody. Please hit. Oh, Jerry, what's up, Jerry? Please hit that like and subscribe button, homie, like the way they do it. Subscribe, homie. That's right. Hey, OG, blessings from Alaska. Come and join us in the degree weather and 34 inches of snow. We need more raza out here. Saludos a todos. Imagine 34 inches like this big, homie. Step into the freaking snow. Órale, firme. You ain't getting my cornbread from New York City, damn it. Yes, I am, dog. I love cornbread, fool. I do. Our neighbors, they be cooking some bomb cornbread, dog. That's fat boy status, dog.
Gumbo and
They
everything.
cook gumbo. They get down that gumbo, dog. Hijo su. Do I drive a lowrider? No, an 86 step van panel with straight pipes, 10 Marines, A6 by 9, 615s. I'm putting another 8 inch 8 inch Marines on it. 4 of them. So that'll be a total of 14 of them. You know, jeez, that's a lot. Viva la raza, Angel. What's up, homie? Got big shout outs. Felipo, what up, homie? Cornbread is known as patty cake. Well, homie, angel cake, patty cake, whatever. Cornbread is good,
Oh,
dog. I
yeah.
love cornbread, dog. Yeah, especially with some chili beans. Down syndrome.
Okay.
CH. No, no, no. Don't block him. He says HOMO. I'm gonna pull up. Pull up, homie. I live in the city of Norwalk in the 160s. Inbox me, homes. You're more than welcome to come and check it out. If you're asking for paperwork, homie, just don't even trip, dog. I've been to the yards, homie. I got all my paperwork, all my credentials, homie. But you better be somebody, homie. Do I take it to the lowrider shows? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, dog. Sometimes. Oh, it says, "Oh, you cool? All right, all right, all right." Feedman, thank you, appreciate it. Down syndrome, Jesus. All right, all right. Nice mustache. All right, thank you. We drive mobiles here
Snow
as low
mobiles
as
here.
lowriders. Yeah, that's right. Who else is on here? He said credentials, Simone. I got. Hey man, I've been to the joint. I've been to the yards. You always got to be ready with your 114 Gs and all that. You can't just, you get so used to hitting the yards that right away you gotta, you know what I mean? Pop it out. Here you go. Boom, ahí te va. But like I mentioned that if you ask for paperwork, which, you know what I mean? Not like Bailey, you better be somebody. You know what I mean? I don't get into those details of those individuals, but you know, we don't play that out here no more. I mean, we ain't busting no more. But one thing I can't stand is what that guy said. One of those people, a CHOMO. You know what I mean? I can't stand them. I think they're. I just get mad thinking about it. You know what I mean? I do. I think those people need a hardcore. How can I say what I don't get blocked? Una buena calentada buena, homie. You know what I mean, dog? It's true. You know what I mean? People who hurt little crias like that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can you give a quote for a 14-year-old? Can you give a quote for a 14-year-old? What do you mean, dog? I don't get it. Break it down, homie. A quote for what? Ramfla Chrome? Because we do Chrome. You need a quote for that? Nobody playing out there. Yeah, dog. Are you Robert Guerrero's father? Not bad though. If he's a firme vato, we cool then, dog. Love the facial hair. Gracias. Uh, Sangre por sangre. Yeah, dog. It's comedy. That's comedy, homie. ¿Qué onda, loco? Chicano, you live in the 1970s. Simon, dog. I love the 70s, dog. Guess, yeah, I can't say that word, Christian, but that's the truth, dog. I can't say that word, dog, but you said it, Holmes. You're perfect, dog. That's what I think that they have coming, dog. You know what I mean? Pero certain things I can't say because they be tripping and they shut me down and you know. Vatos locos forever. Do you know how to taco? Don't be sad, vato. I ain't sad, oh, I'm good. I'm happy. It's a new year, homie. Uh, may I comb your mustache, perrito? I got my own comb, dog. Come on, come on, dog. You're a fool. You from? I'm from Norwalk, homie. Skin fruit. Okay. Charlotte, Jeff. That's you, homie. Yeah, a lot of pirujo activities in YouTube, homie. All you vatos talking about all that straight pirujos, dog. What up, homie? Uh, you have a great night. All right. That's free, man. What can accessory like the world? Which car accessory secretly tells the world I'm a boss? Okay. Which car accessory secretly tells the world I'm a boss? All right, let's go with that question. Seriously, dog, depends what you're driving. Tell me what you're driving. Checking in from Denver. Hello from New Mexico. What up, Sakra in the house? Do I wear the Spider-Man hairnets? No, dog. No, Jerry. I don't, dog. I don't have hair, dog. I mean, I have a short hair. Sometimes I slick it back, but not. You know? Yo, I know it, the first time I got capped at. Uh, Damn, dog. I can't remember, dog. It's been so many times, homie. That's a good question. We'll go to that question right now. Let's go with the question about the Ramfla. If you got anything from 48 on down, artilleries, homie. Okay, artillery rims, 39 artillery rims. If you have that up and above, maybe the laces or true spokes. You know what I mean? The true spokes. I love the true spokes. What up, fam? Hey, happy New Year's. Uh, okay, Manny. Simon, dog. Yeah, Manny's a pirujo. He likes it up the yin yang. He said, "Dispensa, Manny." I told you all this straight pirujos up on YouTube, dog. He always throws little codes for me to say the first name and the last name. But it's all pirujos in there, dog. Them vatos must have their room all full of pink and rainbow. Like, they don't get pito out of their head, dog. Like, for reals, dog. Can't talk about nothing else. Can't talk about your hyena or, hey, firme dia, homie. I got a firme hyena here. Check her out, dog. And, she's all right. They want to talk about pito, dog. God damn, homie. I guess I gotta go fight in this YouTube, homie. What up, essay? Can you help me write an essay? Simone, homie, I can. What up, homie? Oh, Stockton in the house. What's up, Stockton? They play fundio darts. They have mental issues, Jojo. Yeah, dog. They do, dog. Hey, I swear, homies, YouTube, all they talk about is freaking pito, homie. Like, god damn, dog. I like, can you talk about other things? Can you talk about firme things, dog? Tell me about your lives. Hey, what's up, homie? Saludos. That's all they want to do, dog. I don't know. Much respect, OG. Blessed night, 3 degrees now and snowing. All right. Yeah. Do I like music? Simone, dog. I like old school, homie. Puro old school and funk and, you know, Emotions, Zap and Roger, some Wildflower, some New Birth. That's what I got right now, New Birth. What's up? Am I going to the Arizona Super Show? I might, but that's not in. That's not. It kind of died down last year. As soon as Alex left, it's like, oh man, it sucks because, when they asked me what was the biggest show, it would have to be Arizona, the Lowrider Super Show, or beat the Vegas Super Show easy, Pero, what can you say? You know what I mean? Sometimes the things happen and they break up the partnerships and they go their own separate ways. You know what I mean? As long as your pirujo are happy, that's all that counts. Hey, Holmes, that's all feed me, dog. That's all you, Holmes. You know? If who is that? Let me see. 962. We got another pirujo here on TikTok. Vato, I don't know, dog. These vatos are coming out the closet, fool. Can't wait. Okay. Can't wait. Jojo. Okay, hopefully you could make it, Holmes. You know what I mean? I know all bad, Charlie. I know, dog. These vatos, they want to talk about freaking pito hairs and freaking fundillos and my fundillo hairs are bigger than yours. What the? What weirdos motherfuckers are out here, dog? What the hell, dog? I swear, homie, you know, and they're just like got nothing else to do or nothing else to say. They just want to talk about it. I mean, that's them, homie. Dale pico smoocher, no hay pedo, homie. Dale gas, homie. That's all you, dog. You know, right? Okay, okay. 962. He just keeps on going. Now let's go. Let's go with his comment. What did your husband tell you? Give you your chon chon. What kind of what goes through these vatos' minds, dog? Were they
Profiles.
were they abusado when they were kids, homie? You know what I mean? I don't get it, dog. What would make you think that, dog? Like what conversation strikes up like that, dog? How can you even speak like that, dog? If there's any man in you, which most likely you don't, dog, you know what I mean? I mean, why would you go over there and go talk to the vato like that, dog? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's true. Get it? Mental. It is. It's just, they're crazy. You know what I mean? So did you block that?
I can't. No.
¿Qué es chon chon? Well, go look at the movie Blood In, Blood Out, homie. You know? Did I meet my husband in the PCR? See, he must know about prison, okay? Let me tell you something, 962. I never rolled it up. I never been in the PCR homes. Obviously, you've been there, or your dad's been there where he got really abusado, or your brother, and they really took advantage of him, homes. I feel sorry for you, dispensa, whatever happened, homes, you know what I mean? But this vato never been to those yards. I never even touched them, homie, you know what I mean? Touch them yards, dog. As for that, the one that you keep on saying that, dog, I don't, homie. What the hell is wrong with you? You know what I mean? He knew about the PCR. Yeah. So, you know what happens a lot of times, dog? At these vatos that have issues, and they talk about pito and all that all the time, they have a mental issue with them. You know what I mean? They've never faced really issues of life. You know what I mean? They never really probably been responsible or adult to have adult conversation and to have respect. You know what I mean? Just straight up have respeto. You know what I mean? They might have been beat as a kid. You know what I mean? They might have been abused as a child. You know what I mean? Those things might have happened in their life, or the vato took his hyena and it was a homeboy, and right away they use that kind of term or that kind of conversation, you know, or they just don't like the estilo. Their jefito probably did a doble,
I think, yeah.
you know. You probably did a doble or something, you know what I mean? And they hate that, you know what I mean? Hey, thank you for joining the club. Gracias, man. Thank you for the gifts. So a lot of gente will talk crap over the estilo, the brocha look, the you know what I mean? But it's just how can I say it? It's just the issues that they have. You know what I mean? Not everybody that represents this, homie, you know what I mean, has been the ones that done the damage to them. You know what I mean? So dispensa, you know what I mean? What can I say? Probably need some mental help or something. You know what I mean? And if you're joking, you know what I mean? It's firme to joke, homie. But when you talk about nothing but Sholonga and all that, damn, dog, there's something wrong with you, homie. Cero pedo, dog. There is, homie. Because I mean, you could joke around, you know what I mean, and shoot the crap. But when your conversation is all that, then if you need to come out the closet, pues ahí está tu mamá, dog. You know what I mean? Go tell your jefito or something, dog. You know what I mean? Your tios or something. Maybe they date una calentada and you'll come out full color, homie. You know what I mean? You come out in full color, dog. You know what I mean? But that's serio pedo, dog. You know what I mean? Like it's some trippy crap, dog. I mean, like I never seen so much, but it's all good, homies. You know what I mean? Just uh block you and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did it.
But no hay pedo. Anyways, and that's the truth. You know what I mean? Shut up, drug mule. Why am I a drug mule, dog? Why would you say that? Am I a baller? You see gold on me? You see gold teeth, dog? You know what I mean? Would you? I don't do that. I own a business. Probably make more money than you, dog. You know, and I earned it the right way. You know what I mean? I worked hard for it. You know what I mean? Back to El Chapo land. Nah, homie, this is my land, dog. I'm in Cali. I'm in Norwalk, homie. Born and raised here, dog. I have all rights to be here, just like you, homie. Hola de Portuano. All right, all right. Oye, we Spaniards taught you Chicanos how to hablar español and you still can't get it right. We refuse to speak like you guys. The blood that we have, we refuse to have any connections with you guys. You do know that the vato that came over, he was a CHOMO, right? Ese vato estaba zafado. That's why we refuse to have any kind of association. But we know, we acknowledge it to a point, but we don't speak like that. Now, some of the words that you brought us down from Castellano, we broke them down because we have our own culture. We have our own stilo, you know what I mean? Of course, we get the big rochas from the Moors that conquered you vatos, you know what I mean? But still, our cultura's way different, you know what I mean? We don't we don't take pride in that. We take pride in the Aztecas, the Indios, the Indigenas. That's us. We take pride in that. You know, but hey, it happened over 500 years ago. So, you know, they did us dirty. You know, if you're proud of that, then hey, it is what it is. I'm a Chicano now, you know. I was born in United States, homie, with sangre mexicana. And of course, my last name does come from out there, you know. But other than that, we take pride in what we are now, homie. You know, I'm not from Spain. You know, some of my blood is out there, but most of it is indígena. You know, and I'm proud of that. You know, and we would never speak like, oh, it's el corazón. We don't speak like that, dog. That you want to hear that? Then go tune into Argentina. They still speak like you guys. We don't. To us, it's chalet, homie. Chalet. Ya estufas. ¿Qué onda? What's cracking, fool? You know? Straight Cali style.
They forced us. They didn't teach
I know, and they forced us.
wasn't
You
like
guys
a
didn't
teach.
teach us. You guys forced that upon us. Slaved us, homes. Quitaron a todos los hombres. You know? Dejaron los niños. Y unos de las mujeres, they let some of the women, you know, and like, you know, y huelían los güeyes. No se bañaban. Y le gustaban los niños, homie. That's all in diary, homie. Go look at it, dog. Go study the history. Hernandez Cortez, Cristobal Colombo. Go over there and go study their history. If you take pride in that, then that's all you, homie. You know? Oh, Pueblo Colorado, what's up? Much love. What up? What up? Chicano, Breaking Bad. That's right. That's right. Uh, he likes that style, but ain't about nothing. Keep on attending lowrider shows. Who's that? That's from Dance. Okay, he says he likes the style, but ain't about nothing. Keep on attending the lowrider show. All right, Dance. If you say so, homie. I live in Norwalk, homie. You could inbox me anytime, dog. Any freaking time you like, dog. I told you I don't trip on anything. You know, I'm a cool cat. I'm feed man. I'm down with it. But if you say so, homie, if you see me at the car shows, make sure you jam me up, dog. Have that same energy, homie. You know what I mean? And we'll put everything down. We'll go outside and speak like men, dog. See, that's the way it should be, homie. We don't talk about vatos in on the internet. We don't do that, dog. I'm not all these other yarda vatos that talk all that smack. I'm not like that, dog. I've been with the business, dog. You know, straight up, dog. I did a gang of freaking years, homie. You know, and I put it down. You know, do I do it still? If I have to, I'll do it. Other than that, I'm a cool cat, dog. But if you say you ain't with it, then that's speed, man, dog. I'm there anytime you want to see me. I'll put up a schedule for you. Check out my schedule, what state I'm going, and come and jam me up and talk to me like a man, homie. You know? Go back to prison, Vario Ese. Why don't you go back, Omito? Why don't you shoot back over there, dog? You wouldn't survive, homie. Don't mess with the OG, fool. Yeah, that's right, Cody. I appreciate it, man. Gracias. Real talk, like you, brother. Simon, look, Holmes. Look, in YouTube, homie, the YouTube yada and all that, all they do is just talk smack, homie. Talk freaking smack. And let me tell you something, dog. Vatos that talk out of their freaking neck and they say they've been around, when it comes down to it, Vato calls them out, you know, and puts them out on blast, you're freaking lame, dog. Straight up, homie. If you're old school, like the way that I was brought up, you got an issue, then go take care of it, dog. You know? If you call out a vato, then go take care of it, dog. You know? Get down, throw your little putazos, get it over with. That's it. You feel me? I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm out of here. I've been straight all this time, dog. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping. But to sit here and try to bash on people, that's not that kind of channel, dog. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't trip on that, dog. Go to this lame VAV. You see him?
Oh,
Just
that he's
talking.
always there.
You're talking smack. Why, dog? Why? Is it because they manhandled you, dog? Block that fool. Let's go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna block him because he's always just arguing.
All right. So we don't speak like that, dog. But if we do, Holmes, then it's there. And I like it like that, Holmes, because you know what? I know who I am, Holmes. I know where I've been at. But if there's an issue, I'm not going to sit here and throw it on social media. If I have a conflict with you, I'm not going to do it for views, dog. If the views, homie. If getting paid through the views, dog. They don't even pay enough, dog. You know what I mean? They don't. I have my own business, dog. Get inbox me. What's up, homie? I don't like you. That's feed me then, dog. You don't have to watch me. Oh, well, whenever, Holmes. I'm here in Norwalk. I'm feed me. But hey, Holmes, you know, if you disrespect my familia, whoever, eh? You know what I mean? Vato's gonna do what he's gonna do, Holmes. You know what I mean? But other than that, that's not that type of channel, dog. I don't do that, Holmes. I don't sit here and call out Vatos and like, what is it? Jumper 22, what's his name?
Adam too.
Adam 22 and all that, instigating all that. Hey, we have so much issue in this freaking world. The last thing we need is more freaking negativity, homes. More static, more talking crap. You gotta get the use of not talking smack and let the fist do all the talking. If and indeed you have something that you want to take it out of your chest and go handle the freaking business, dog. Inbox that vato, call him up, dog. Get a hold of that fool. Hey, Holmes, I don't like you. This, well, then, I speed my hater. You know what I mean? Go deal with it. You know what I mean? But to sit here and to talk smack, that's childish, dog. We don't do that, Holmes. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Other channels do that. Plenty of channels do that. They come out here and they throw it on there, you know what I mean? And oh, F this, F that. Whenever I see you, it's on site. Fool, F on site, homie. There's my freaking number. Call me up. Come on down, dog. You know what I mean? I don't do that, Holmes. You know what I mean? Social media warriors are funny, Big P. Yeah, right, Big P. You know what's up, dog. It's just, it, I, it's just sad, Big Pete, because they don't make them like us no more, dog. You know what I mean? If there was ever a conflict, if there was anything to deal with, then call that vato up. We see them, and then handle your business. But to go back and forth through social media, put them on blast and this, and call them out, and you know, and then other races get involved and all that. I think that's so stupid. They never got schooled right. You know what I mean? And to me, I'm just me. I'm cool and positive. I help out, especially our raza homes. You know what I mean? But I guess they don't see it or they never live that life, you know. Real lesson. That's right, homie. Shout out to all the way from Paso Chuco, Texas. What's up, homie? It's, Enrique, no te entiendo, homie. Write it in English, dog. It's too. He's throwing slang in. Oh, I'm a judío. Homie, este vato. Did you block this fool?
Yeah, I did.
No, VA.
It's because he has a different ones. Because I blocked this. Vic,
He
6
says,
of
me
9.
dice, hey, he me dice judío. He says Jew. Those are God's chosen people, homie. You know what I
He
mean? But
has like a million. He has a lot of. Because I already blocked
they
like 3 of
they
them.
see vatos like that and got nothing else to do. They ain't got a life, homie. They'll sit there and make up all these accounts and just
Yeah,
go
he
at it
made a bunch of
and
them.
go troll and you know what I mean. Just vato ain't got a vida,
You know
huh?
what it is? I think he's just miserable.
Yeah, that's what happens, homie. You know.
That's
Let me get some water. All right.
you're starting a new year and you're want to be negative. That's sad.
He has no life. You know what I mean. All right, Long Beach in the Long Beach City in the house. What's up, homie? Oh, he's not miserable. He's scared. Yeah, adventurous. Yeah, Simon, dog. He probably is, dog.
Greetings from Los Nietos.
Elaine in the house. There's vato from the vending machines. Orale, that's a good one. I like it. You guys remember that? Robert, Happy New Year, dog. I'm in New York City. Internet thugs. Yeah, homie, it's true, dog. I'm I'm old school, dog. I like it like that. I'm always gonna be like that. And I'm a business owner, homies. You know what I mean? I own a shop out there in Whittier, dog. I know how to speak with people, whatever there's ever a conflict, and we deal with it, homies. You know? I feel like this is an episode of Training Day. Are you a wolf? What does he say? Are you a wolf?
No, what's up?
Oh!
I,
Cheech in the house. Yeah, I even got a scar like Cheech right here, dog. Nice meeting you, boss. Awesome hat. Hey, gracias, adventurous. Hey, what city you from, carnal? Home stickers. What's up, homie? ¿Qué te pareces a Montana? Ah, nah. Vato, chale, tú no eres líder aquí. No, no soy, homie. Ya no vivo esa vida, homie. Pero sí, hice muchos años en la prisión. Y nunca me perseguí. You know? Carpenter, GA friendly? There's a question. That's a decent question. You know what I mean? I get it, but you know, look, Holmes. Si te gusta el arroz con popote, that's your pedo, homie. As long as you don't do that in front of my kids or lenguazos there, don't do that in front of my kids. You te puedes matar con todos los sausages you want, dog. That's all you, Holmes. You know what I mean? I don't trip. That's you, Holmes. That's just keep that away from my kids so they don't see it, Holmes. You know what I mean? That's all I ask, Holmes. And we do have friends that's their hands drop. You know what I mean? And what am I supposed to do? Go hate them? Go bash them, homies? That's them. That's between them and God, not me, dog. You know what I mean? That's their pedo, dog. You know, just like a freaking vatos all tecatorado, drugged out or whatever. Am I gonna bash him because of that, dog? That's his issue, homies. You know what I mean? That's his pedo, dog. You know, if you need help or you need to go to a program, whatever, I'll help you out with the program, guide you into, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, homies, you know? But if that's you, that's pickle smooching, dale gas, that's on you, dog, you know? I don't sit here and bash or, you know, hate on gente because of their defects or their lifestyle. That's them, dog, you know? To me, they've always talked down to this day. It's a proven fact, you know, that my stilo, whatever. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for the fan club. Gracias for the likes, the hearts, and everything. To this day, you know, they still talk madness of my style and all that. I mean, it's all right. I ain't tripping because I'm not here to get your approval. You know what I mean? I'm the one that lives with this. I'm the one that, you know, has all the tattoos marked down, and I'm the one that has to live with what I did in my life. You know what I mean? Not you. So the judging that you have towards me or you see me, whatever, it's irrelevant, because ain't nobody gonna change me except for the man upstairs, you know? Wherever I've been through or what I've done in my life, hey, it's not I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm not here to earn brownie points, you know what I mean? Just because I did all that, what I try to do is prevent another individual from walking that path, you know what I mean? The path that I walked, and that was a hard one, you know? I do the best that I can if you need help or assistance and you're down and out, you know? I'm not the type just because I have a business. And here's a perfect example. You know, I still live in my hood. You know what I mean? Still live here in the barrio. I don't get caught up. I don't bring issues up. I respect them. They're there. I'm here. I'm cool. I'm feeding me. But how is it that now that I'm eating filet mignon steak, but when we were kids, we were eating frijoles with tortillas, and they would come out and they would break bread and give me half of the tortilla with beans in it, and like here, Holmes, you know what I mean? And now that I'm eating a little bit of filet mignon, how come I can't give them a slice when, if they need anything, you know? That's really looking out, Holmes, you know? That's really just having a heart, Holmes, you know what I mean? But if and indeed, you know, you have that opportunity or that chance, why wouldn't you want that other person to do better and help them out? If you have that chance or that opportunity, look out for them. You know what I mean? That's why I said this YouTube or this TikTok, this channel, this Facebook, everything that we have, it's not about bashing. It's not about the negativity. It's not, I'm not like that, Holmes. I can't be like that. That's not me, Holmes. That's not that's not me. I live that. Look, Holmes, I'm gonna be honest. And I'm not sitting here and bragging, but when you live that life, that gangster, hardcore gangster life, gang banging, high speed chases, cuetazos, robos, asaltos, when you live that life and then you go to the joint, no, you go to juvenile hall, it makes you even stronger. You go straight to juvenile hall when you're a kid and you rebel and then you just come out in and out, and then you go to then before you're 19, you know, before you're 19, you're already in prison and do bypass YA, screw YA, they take you straight to prison, you know? And you do all that lifestyle, all that chaos, all that mayhem, make a fiero out of anything, and your life is in jeopardy, and they crack the doors open, you come out and straight warrior like a rooster. It's like rooster fights. Same thing, dog. Come out and you live that life and you lived it to the fullest, Holmes. And then you end up with all that, you paroled a skid row without an address and you just lost and found, and you're all jacked up in your head, homie, you know? I was so jacked up in my head, dog, that when I paroled and I ended up going to 7th and Alameda, where the Greyhound bus station was at, straight up, Holmes, you know what I mean? The taxi paisa pulled up in front of me, and I jumped back, and right away my reaction, because I'm not used to that. You got to understand, incarcerated for years and you're in the shoe and all that, and you see all this, it freaking throws you off. A guy pulled up in the car real quick right when I got out, and he's all like, get it right there. And you know, he kind of pissed me off because he pulled up fast. I mean, it was too fast for me. You know what I mean? All this freedom and all that. When you're institutionalized, you're ready for jumping. You're ready for whatever. You know what I mean? And he's all like, he kind of looked like a homeboyish paisita dude. And hey, what's up with you? I'm the kid to see. I'm the kid to see. You know, I looked at him and like, you know the stupid thing that I said, homie. I'll be honest with you. I straight up. This is on everything I love. I said, you know what? I don't give an F, homie. You know, give me the mother. And I said my enemies' names. You know what I mean? At that time, give me these vatos. You know what I mean? Which either were our rivals when I was in prison. And he looked at me like, are you okay? You know? And I just like, whatever. And I just walked away towards Skid Row, you know? And when you have that mentality, when you live that lifestyle, homie, and you get help and God helps you out and you go through it and you go through the challenges and you go through the ups and downs, and you go through church and then you go through anger management classes, and then back to the parole office and all that, it changes you, dog. And You don't fear nothing, homie. You don't fear nothing. I'm being honest. When you live like that, you don't fear nothing. The only person you fear is yourself because you know what you're capable of. Them other individuals, you already know they're going to be just like you. So you could read people right away, you know? So why would I want to have a channel to bash other people like that, dog? Why would I want to talk about other vatos like that? You know, I don't think that uh it's manly. I don't think that it's right. And seriously, I don't think it's gangster with it. If and indeed that they say that they're gangsters, you know? Because when you live that whole life, homie, and you've seen so much crap, you've seen bloodshed, you've seen it all, dog, and you know, you've been through it. I could tell you guys some horrific stories, man, some horrible stories, you know? And why would I wish that upon somebody else? You know what I mean? Why would I talk down on somebody else? Why would I want to keep them down? You know, I would love to help them out. You know, it's funny how society tends to keep their foot on back of your neck and keep you down and keep you down. You know, and the bad part is that while you're down, you know what I mean, you're trying to get up and they just kick you back down, kick you back down, you know what I mean? Boom, boom. Don't give you that chance, don't give you that opportunity. And through the whole system that has been rigged up for us, we still don't have the 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 the, the mindset to understand that this system is rigged, you know? It's rigged for us to fail, you know? Plain and truth, you know what I mean? But it's up to us to determine what we're gonna do. Are we really gonna fight for our lives? You know? Are we really gonna pursue what we need to pursue? It doesn't hurt to ask for help or assistance for you to make it, Holmes, you know? It's not that hard to ask for help, homie, you know? If you've been through some things. So I'm the type of person that if I see somebody that's down and out, come on, fool, get up, homie, you know? Get up, you know? The only time I need to get on my knee is to pick them up, homie. Come on, dog. You could do better, Holmes. Oh, you don't know my life, you don't. Homie, I don't know your life, but let me tell you about mine, homie. You know, let me tell you about my firstborn. Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about my mom. Let me tell you about where I've been at, homie, you know? And if and indeed, you know what I mean, I do get that opportunity and the vatos there, then why won't I help? Why won't I look out, dog? You know what I mean? Um, they might think I'm all mafioso or Cartel. Nah, homie. I've been, I don't need to prove nothing to nobody, dog. Nobody. Only God and my family, homie. You know? That's it, dog. Other than that, I live life, homes. You know? I go out there, I go hustle, I go push, and, you know, get my business going. I made it out of $36, homie. I won't sell it for $1 million. I already got like close to $1 million invested into it, you know, out of $36. I didn't get no grant. I didn't get no loan. I didn't get none of that. It didn't help me out, you know. I just started learning it and understanding it, you know. So the vatos that been through that path or, you know, understand that, you guys know damn well that a lifestyle like this to change, to have a good heart, a good understanding mindset, it's not easy, Holmes. You know what I mean? Of course, the old man's still inside of you. You know what I mean? Down for business, for whatever. When it comes down to it, of course, I'm going to defend myself. I'm always going to put my hands up. I'm always going to, you know what I mean, do what I need to do to protect myself or my family. You know. But to talk about other vatos or put them down or bash on them and stuff like that, nah, homie, that's kind of childish, dog. You know, if you've been through some stuff, you understand, homies, you know what I mean? And if I could help, it's feed me, you know? The prison system and all that, you might look and see the rocha and all that, all the tacas and all that, and, you know, the barrio and all that. Yeah, homies. I've been there and done that, homies. And that's freaking a walk in the park. It's no freaking biggie, homie, you know? But like I mentioned, come out here, establish something, get a cantona, get a get your ranfla, get a business, go work for the union and pick up your kids and raise your kids and all that, man. That's gangster, dog. That's feeding me, you know? But to try to have a channel to get the views for just negativity. Of course, anybody could do that, dog. Anybody could do that. And call out the vato, and call out the vato. Come on, homie. I ain't do that, dog. Just call you up. Listen, hey, what's up, homie? You know, old school style. The stuff that they don't teach nowadays. You know what I mean? They don't teach that. They don't explain that to you. That if you open your mouth, you better be able to open up your hands también to go throw down. You know what I mean? They don't teach that kind of stuff now. Everything is just wild. Everything's been watered down. You know? Anything's just been watered down. But us that grew up through the old school, like damn, it's about this. You know what I mean? He has all respects. He got at you as a man, and that's female. Other than that, then you gotta do what you gotta do, homes, you know what I mean? But this ain't that type of channel, homes, you know what I mean? If you dig what you like, if you dig what we speak about, if you dig when I go take you out to the shows and to the car shows or whatever, and we talk positive and we talk good, sometimes we'll joke around. I'll joke around with my kids or whatever, or some people that we know, it's all feed, man, pero to all homes, we're straight, homes. We got this life is short, homie, to be hating on other individuals. This life is so beautiful, homes, that you really need to open up your eyes, homes. And life is very freaking short and it's feeling, dog. So what? It's hard, it's been hard, but be thankful, homes. You know what I mean? Today I was watching this show. I like to watch some shows, you know what I mean? And this was about an individual that he got deported up into to Tijuas, and he lost everything, homes, you know what I mean? And he climbed up a pole, homes, you know what I mean? A high pole, and he was out there for 6 hours. He lost everything, and it gets you thinking, like, what was he thinking? What was he telling himself? What was he explaining himself when he was up there for all them hours? You know? If and indeed he was there for all them hours, he was double thinking what he was gonna do next. So all the sheriffs went, all the policías federales, everybody went to his aid to try to help him to come down. Pero Vato wouldn't come down, homes. And it's sad because if he thinks that he lost everything just because they sent him to the other side, then he's mistaken. And there was something wrong with him, homie. You make the best of it wherever you're at, homes. And in reality, when you're down there, you're free, homes. You don't have to worry about all these big mega bills, homie. You don't, dog. You don't have to worry about that. That's why a lot of gente are moving down there. Why do you think a lot of gente are buying the properties down there in Guadalajara, homes? The people are getting mad because they're gentrifying the communities. A lot of people are going down there. But imagine what he was going through when he was up there in that telephone pole, dog. It was a big old electricity pole, holding on to the skinny rod. What was he thinking? Like, oh man, I worked hard, I lost everything. Man, so what if you lost everything? You still got your life, homie. You know? You still got life. Your lungs are working, your heart is working. So what if you got to start over again? It's okay. It ain't the first time you started all over again. Oh, thank you for that perrito give, homie. Gracias. You know? It, it, it doesn't mean that it's over. If you need to start all over again, that's fine. It ain't his first. It probably won't be his last. But to sit there to end it all, homie, up there when he was on top of that pole and say, oh, ya estufas, ya se acabó. No, it didn't. And if it was regarding his jaina también and all that, it's okay. If he's blessed you with one rib, he'll bless you with another rib. Thank you for joining my club. Hey, gracias, TikTok. I appreciate it, homie. Double tap that screen, homie. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing. Gracias. We're at almost 17,000 likes, man. It goes good. Thank you guys. I'm so blessed, and I appreciate you guys tuning in, getting you guys focused, so you guys could keep on pursuing positive things. And how would you, as for that individual up there in the pole, it sucks, homie. Hold up. There you go. It sucks because what was he going through? What was he thinking, homes? And at the end, homes, yeah, se brincó el vato, you know? And they took him right away to the hospital and they pronounced him, you know. And it's like, damn, all that pedo for that, Holmes, you know? All that pedo because you gave up hope, uh, you gave up hope de volada, you know? You gotta fight. And this thing called life, you gotta keep on fighting. You gotta keep on pushing. You can't just give up just because things ain't working out for you. That's fine. It's only seasonal, homie. You guys ever gamble? Have you guys ever played roulette, blackjack? You guys ever gamble? Notice that when you're in a streak and you're going down and you're losing all your money and all that, oh, that's it, I can't gamble no more, I can't play no more. That's where the casinos make the money at. That mindset, oh, you're gonna blow all your money. It ain't gonna always go down, dog. It's gonna pick back up, you know, except for the machines because they're counted on the machines, you know. There's a speed, there's meters there, there's a, you know, every time you turn, that's a different story. But when you're gambling, homes, it's not always gonna go down, it's gonna pick right back up. Same thing with life, it's gonna pick up, you know. You can't focus on the negative, you can't focus on the losing streak. Oh, I'm losing. No, be wise, know how to do it. You know, if you're going down, hey, truchas, you know how to go down. You know, once you start throwing things out in case your avion's going down, lighten that sucker up so the wings and all the propellers and all that start leaning up, Holmes. That's the way you gotta do it in life too, Holmes. You know, you gotta be careful, you know. Sure enough, it ain't always gonna go down. It's about to go up. And just like when it's going up, it's about to go down too. You think the stock market is always up? No, it goes down, dog. You know, same thing with life. You just can't, you know, throw in the towel because, oh, that's it, ya estufas, that's it's over, you know. Poor dude up there 6 hours playing with his mind, you know, the enemy just bombarding his mind. It's over, I'm in another world, I'm in another country, this is where I came from as a kid, now I lost everything, you know. And about to look young, Holmes, about to look like he was like 28 or something, you know. Really? Really? That's the way you're gonna take it? That's the way you're gonna go out like a chavala, dog? That's being a chump because you leave all the issues and all the problems to the next generation. You leave all those issues to your kids, homie. Whether you like it or not, you think you have the easy way out. That's not the easy way out like that, dog. You don't do that because that's not easy at all because that pain goes to your kids. That pain goes to your loved ones, homie. You know? And that's the legacy that you leave behind. That you couldn't take life, Holmes. If you couldn't take life, well, you know, dispensa, Holmes, then why did you make crias? Why did you make a relationship? Why did you make all this, dog? People hurt, Holmes, you know? People don't think, you know? And it's too late. Right when that happens, the rigor mortis kicks in and all that, you don't think that you have an opportunity to look down? Yes, you do, Holmes. You know? You think that that's it, ya estufas, and you never existed, and nah, there's consequences, homie, you know? That's why I trip out, you know what I mean? When the religions, they speak on that matter, you know? Okay, that's it, it's over for you, you know? What do you mean? So this vato did a whole jale in this whole familias, in this whole atmosphere, and he did the same to himself, and ya estufas? What kind of justice of God is that? No, he's gonna have justice, all right, you know? So there is consequences after, you know? But the issues and the problems that you have, you know, don't go out like that, Holmes. Think about it. Sit down, you know? Don't drink your sorrows away. Don't get locotes or whatever, you know? Have a clear mind, positive mind, anything that from the bottom of your soul, homie, you know? Hey, ayúdame. Help me out, homeboy. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm going through some crisis. I'm going through some things in my life that I just need somebody's, you know? I seen things on Facebook and all that says, oh, I wouldn't open up to nobody because they would still talk about me. They'll talk about me and clown me when I need the help. They're still doing it anyways, homie. You said it. You're more concerned about what they say or what they're gonna say about you than your own state of mind, homes, your own mental state of mind. Why are you so concerned about what they say, dog? Let them be. They ain't never gonna change you. But if you could open up, hey, that vato might be able to take you to a hospital or something, you know? That's those are the things that you really gotta think about, especially when you're going through your crisis, your ups and downs, you know what I mean? And you're ups and downs in life, and not everything's gonna be cherry, homes. Not everything's gonna be all chingon, homes. You know, now you're gonna go through your trials and tribulations, but it's okay. It takes a real man, a real person, a real woman to conquer those issues. You know, life is not easy, homie. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that it was easy, dog. But how much of a man are you? How much of a woman are you? Are you willing to conquer those demons, those obstacles, those hills, those deserts, homes, you know? Can you buckle up and just say, "Vámonos, let's go do it," you know? And ask for help, homes. It's okay to ask for help, homes. It's okay to open up. It's okay to talk to somebody, you know? Do you seriously think, trip out on this, dog? Do you seriously think that when the vato was up there, he said, "Oh, but they're gonna laugh at me. Oh, they're gonna." Nah, Holmes. It's not like that, because they're still gonna laugh no matter what. They're still gonna talk about you. They're still, even if you're up or you're down, they're still gonna talk about you, dog. It's about you, your state of mind, where you're at. You know, don't worry about what they say. If you need to open to somebody, then do it, homie. You know, talk to them. Hey, you know what? I'm going through this. Oh, did you hear about? That's fine, because I'm not here to please you. I'm not here for this. You know, I'm not here to say, oh, uh, just don't say nobody. Just don't tell nobody. They're still gonna say it, Holmes. As much as you say that, you ask them not to speak, they're still gonna speak on it. You know, it's all right. It's no biggie, Holmes. They're still gonna try to bash you. It's all right. That's on them. They have their own issues, Holmes. You know, and that's sad, because when people do that, they ain't content. They ain't right with themselves, homie. Push them to the side. That's okay. You know, as soon as you're done, hey, homies, I need some help. Can you go take me to a hospital? You know what I mean? Can you hire can you help me get a psychiatrist or a counselor, a pastor, somebody, you know? Do you have somebody in mind that's willing to speak? Well, what you want to speak? Oh, just some issues, you know what I mean? It's good to open up and talk and speak, you know? God, Jesus opened up, dog. He spoke to everybody, homes, you know? You gotta be gentle. You gotta be cool. You gotta be like a dove, homie, but quick as a serpent, homie. You know? And ride with it, dog. Everything's gonna be okay. Imagine how that vato was going through those 6 hours, homie. Just fighting with his mind. Fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Yeah, the demon in the spirit, dog. Back and forth, back. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Nobody's gonna be there for you anyways. It's over for you. Imagine that 6 hour battle in his mind, dog. That's freaking hard, you know? That's hard, homie. But if you don't get help, if you don't go talk to somebody, if you don't pray, if you don't, it's it's useless, dog. The battle there by yourself is, you won't win it, homie. You might think that you won it even if you went solo and did the whole holly yourself, you know? But at the end of the road, how much did it affect your family? How much did it affect your loved ones? You know? Did you drink your sorrows away? How bad is your liver now, homes? You know? How bad are your insides? You know? You might have passed that state of mind, but how much damage did it cause when you could have just said, hey, you know what, Holmes? Can you do me a bottle? Can you pray for me, homie? Can you do this for me? And us, man, I have too much machismo to open up or to talk, Holmes, you know? But other than that, you know, we gotta fight, and especially if we raza, you're raza, Holmes, look out for you people, dog. Stop being a culé, homie, you know? Stop being Stop being a chump, dog. Cero pedo. Stop being a chump, homie. Just look out for your gente, dog. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be my familia. It could be the neighbors, your family. It might be the neighbor's familia. Look out for them, homies. You know what I mean? It's time to really step up and look out for them. You know, it's not always about you, dog. You know, you don't know what he's going through. You know, he might be all smiling, all feeding. Hey, call him up, homies. Hey, you all right, fool? No sé, pedo, homies. You all right? And just out of nowhere, you know, uh, jam him up, dog. Call him up, hey, dog. What's up, homie? You all right, fool? Yeah, you all right? Why you calling me, fool? Just want to say you, homie. It's a new year, homie. Just want to say, what's up? I say, you all right? Your familia, everybody straight? You need no gas money? You cool? Fool, you dying? You sick, fool? I'm sick in the head, homie. Don't trip, homie. But I'm calling about you. Well, what's up, homie? And just make conversation with them. You all right? Have feed, man. And at the end of it, hey, Holmes, suerte, carnal. You know what I mean? Dale gas. Keep on going straight, Holmes. You know? And they'll be like, damn, what's up with this fool? And you're going to tell us, hey, this fool called me out. And this other homeboy that's wise is going to be like, fool, he's just looking out, homie. He's just looking out. What, I can't, homeboy can't look out, dog, or what? No. And next thing you know, the whole conversation, then it starts breaking down the ice, homie. You know? Like, hey, I was just looking out, dog. That's it, homie. You know? Not all the time we're gonna be all here looking all chingones, think we're all chingones because we got everything made and somos machismo and all that. No, you know, I do. I call up some gente. What's up, fool? You all right, Holmes? Like, yeah, dog. Oh man, you called me just in time, dog. Hey, big dog, listen, Holmes. You know, what do you think about this? What do you think about that, Holmes? You know, well, let's slow down and let's check this whole scene out, dog. Okay, this movie, that, all right. Yeah, but my wife this, my wife that. Okay, homie, well, you gotta look at it this way, you know. It's good to have some positive people in your life, and the negative people, you gotta push them out, dog. You know, all them people that are just like, hey, homes, back off, fool. Man, you know what I mean? You sit your whole life watching Jerry Springer or something, fool. Calmate, way, homes. You know what I mean? Go watch some Jesse Duplantis or something, homie. Some TD Jakes. Let some positivity go into your life, homie. You're all negative, dog. Negative Nancy. You guys ever known them type of people? Everything is just negative and negative and negative. They pick up the brick and they're the first ones to throw it. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew it. But yet their life is all jacked up, homie. You know? This is the kind of people, hey man, I'll pray for you from a distance, dog, because I got it, you know? But if you need help or whatever, I'll pray for you. I'll help you out as much as I can, you know? But that's like cancer, Holmes. That attaches to you, to your heart, and to your heart, and to your spirit. And next thing you know, you're going to be all sour ball, Holmes. And when you come home, you're the same thing. You ever notice that? In Hollywood, they give you a hard time and they're just on you. You come home and you didn't leave that crap at home. You bring it home and you're like snapping at your wife and your kids and your husband. You know, like, oh, man. Then you catch yourself and you're like, man, I gotta learn how to let go of that negative stuff, you know, because then people ain't got nothing else better to do, just to just to bash on people, you know, or give you a hard time, and not everybody's always gonna give you the approval, dog. Nobody's just because you keep on fighting, you keep on doing, dog. Nobody's gonna give you a props, but it's okay, it's all right. You're not there to please them. Hey, feed me. I'm straight. I'm good. Happy. Gracias. You know? Long as I know that I'm doing it for myself. Long as I know that I'm changing and I'm doing other greater things for me and my familia, for my kids, for your kids or whoever, dog. You know, you're doing the damn job. Pat yourself in the back. It's okay. Don't trip. Nobody needs to sit there and pat you, dog. You're all right, Pedro. Keep on stepping. Keep on pushing, homes. You know? You'll be all right. You know? Things, you know? I've been through some things that when I expected for them to give me my credit and my pat in the back, homes, you know, they never did. And I proved it to them, and that's feeding. I learned that try to please other people and try to go way out of my way to get their approval, and at the end I don't get it. That was a lesson learned for me, you know? And I needed more to be mature more about things, to understand the things of life that, hey, there's other people more important than them people, you know? As long as you did it, it might be family, might as well familia. Might have been family, friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, or whatever the case might be. Hey, that's feeding. Just do you, keep on pushing, and you'll be all right, homie. You know?
That's right.
Right?
Yep. Saludos from Houston.
So, uh, are calling each other the N word? Yeah, James, they do, dog. I don't, homie. I don't. I don't use those words, dog. I think to me, using the N word is straight disrespectful within themselves. and us to them or us to other people. That's hard, Holmes. When you study history, now that word was brought and how it was used and all that, I wouldn't take pride in that. But you know, people want to use that as a representation or some kind of thuggish way of showing themselves. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You know what I mean? Saludos from Chicago. What's up, homie? Hey, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Uh, okay. What? It's okay. Hold up, hold up. Let me go to that comment. Let's talk about that. Homeboy says, "Get the f out of here." Says, "Say, Holmes, do you remember when I used to take your lunch money in school?" Now I know that's a fat man's lie, cause I had no money. I had no food, fool. I had none of it, dog. So that's a fat man's lie, homie. You know, I didn't have nothing, dog. I was broke. I would have to go try to beg for food, homies. We didn't have no money. Didn't you hear the stories, dog? We didn't. We grew up with nothing. You know, when you live a negative life, there's nothing there for you, homies. You hate life, homies. You know, you stand in line for the government cheese, homies. You know, you go knock at the neighbor's path, see if they have any frijoles or any tortillas, homies. And we're state raised. There is no food for you like that, dog, in schools, you know? You don't have lunch money, dog. In our school, maybe one kid or two kids out of the class had lunch money. The rest of them were state raised, you know? So that's a fat man's lie, dog.
He said, I'm just kidding, brother. God bless you.
I grew up with the Latino neighborhood and they used to call me a Blaxican. All right. Well, Blaxican is somebody that's mixed, homes, you know? That's somebody Mexicano and Moreno, you know? That's a crazy mix, homie. Those kids come out crazy, dog. Uh, that's two crazy bloods, homie, you know? Straight warriors. LOL, when they tell lies to try to fit in, que gacho. Yeah, I know. That's true, Big P. That's true. When did you have lunch money, Pete? You had no freaking lunch money, fool. You had no lunch money, fool. We didn't have no lunch. We were state raised, fool. State raised. For sure. All right, right. You low key look like a gangster, like boss vibes. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gangster no more, dog. Uh, y'all. Okay, first of all, it says y'all. Okay, so I'll go with your words. We don't use those words. Y'all ain't indigenous Aztec. Please stop. LOL. Well, that's the main. We don't use y'all. Okay, we don't use that, and it has Asian letters on there, so that's not your vocabulary neither. You know, so you could say you vatos. You know what I mean? You vatos. That's what we are. Now, as for the tribe, yes, that was the most ruthless tribe. Of course, there's the Chichimec, Toltecas, Yaquis. You know, there's all kinds of tribes. But the most representation of Mexico was the Aztecas, yes. And we take pride in that. We take honor in that, you know. All through the main central of Mexico, that's the main capital there, homes, you know. Did I grow up gangster? Yes, we grew up poor and live in the streets and all that, homes. But I don't live gangster no more. I just look like this, dog. That's my culture, you know. That's my stilo, you know. What other question?
Um, it's saying, no, they're just saying, yes, I got free lunch too.
Okay, what about your other half, your European side? LOL. This Asian guy, I don't know.
It might be the person that.
He has little lines like this, dog. That's his culture. That's what they do. They write backwards. Okay, that's him. The European side. Yes, you know, you study, you pretty much understand that where this comes from the Moors, dog. And the ones that conquered Spain, dog. Yes, that's my cultura. My last name is Tavares, homes. It comes from Spain. But we don't acknowledge that like that, homes. We don't take pride in that. We take pride in our guerrillero side, Indio side, Azteca side, native side. That's us, dog. That's where we take pride in, homes, you know? Just because you have Asian blood doesn't mean that you take pride in the Mongolians. You don't. That's that's the other side of your ancestors or whatever the case might be, But to the nitty gritty, you've been mixed, you've been cut, homes, just like us. What up, homie? Where you from? I don't bang no more, dog. But I'm in the city of Norwalk. That's where I stay at. East Los, where's the F13 gang? What's up, Florence gang? Mucho gusto. Thank you guys for tuning in, homes. I give all shout outs to anybody blasting their hood, their barrio, their clica. As long as they don't bang on each other or disrespect on here, you're more than welcome to put up your barrio up there, dog. He's one who shares the same real life and has helped men and women in transition many years. Venus. All right, all right. If that's the individual, then firme. Azteca warrior. Get your DNA test done. You'll be surprised. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure about 80% is gonna be indigena. I'll probably throw in about 20%. But who knows? You know what I mean? But yeah, the Moors were black. Simon, dog. They were mixed. They were mixed, dog. They were mixed. They were all, that's where we get the roshas and all that. It's all mixed. When you study Spain, dog, when you study the whole cultura, like, oh man, this, you know what I mean? Even the gypsies, homie, from Africa. And they'll be like, no, they weren't from Africa. Just study it, dog. Study history. Study the whole routine on how we came out to be también, dog. But this is what we are now, you know what I mean? I'm a Chicano. Happy New Year, Take care of yourself. All right. You take care of yourself too, homie. Gracias. Yes. I'm Blackfoot Native. Stay down, Brown. That's right. Big saludos to the gente, to all the tribes, homie. Big shout outs to you guys. Have you been to Spain? No, homie, I haven't. I don't think I will. I mean, I wouldn't mind go cruise. And I really want to go to Europe to go see Moctezuma's headgear. Homes. I wouldn't mind doing that. I think I would visit that first, then I would visit the Mona Lisa. Have you listened to old school gospel? Yeah, it's okay, homes. It's all right. I'm from La Mirada. Orale, what's up? La Mirada in the house. Did I go to the Rose Parade? Anthony, I just did the floats, dog. And then when we got there, dog, there was a little bit of hinted, but dang, once we make that turn, right when I turn off the phone, it was pouring rain and everybody was out there in the floats, homie. It was crazy, dog. And then we go through downtown Pasadena. Oh my God, I was like this, homie, in the rain. Homie. They didn't care, dog. They were out there partying, homie, but we had to go at 2, 3, 4, 5 miles per hour from Irwindale to you can close the door, from Irwindale to Pasadena, just like this, dog. Are you good enough for heaven? Ever lied or stole before? Ever lust or hated anyone before? No, dog. I ain't good enough for heaven, dog. That's the honest truth, homie. Nah, I'm not, dog. Too heavenly minded, not earthly good, dog, And to me, I'm earthly good, but not heavenly minded, dog. But I just strive for salvation, dog. For him to keep through on me, to have his grace and his mercy upon me. It's up to him to determine. I know we could read the word and say we've been forgiven 1,000 times, whatever. That's fine, man, dog. I get it. But to the nitty gritty, the last ones that has a say so is going to be the man upstairs, homie. Not us, homes. But yeah, the way we live, the way we carry ourselves, then, that's the way we got to do it, Salute you, lifting one and sharing strength from Denver, Colorado. My passion is the children are the future and respect communities. That's true, dog. I'm down with that, homies. That's true, dog. And it doesn't matter the color, homie. Cero pedo, it doesn't, dog. Just because he's a little morenito, you're gonna dog him out and you see the rest of the kids there. You don't do that, dog. You don't do that. To me, I've sponsored morenos, dog. Boxers and all that. I gotta do it, dog. How is it that they're there with my kids and you know what I mean? You don't go out of your way, oh, because of this. Why? Because that's the way they taught you, homes. Nah, you gotta hop out, dog. They're kids, homie. That's not their. It's not their fault, homie. It's not their issue, dog. It's your issue if you have something against it, dog. Hop him out if he's there, dog. You know. What's beauty? What's that?
Beauty?
Beauty, Roslyn.
Oh, just emojis.
Yeah.
Um,
They put it. I trip out on YouTube. All the.
YouTube is.
They're
Wow.
weird. They're all this chirujo stuff. Kind of look like the Chicano. Kind of look like the Chicano version of Jeff from old James Bond's movie. Orale. Hey, those are old movies, dog. This one is for the family. Gracias, Matthew. Beautiful. I like that. You talk about sounds like everybody else needs to do it. Yeah, Matthew, it's true, dog. You think about that, dog. All negative, dog. All negative. You turn into YouTube, dog. All negative. Everybody just talking crap, especially us Raza, homies. You know what I mean? I'll speak on that, dog. And it's like, God, and then bashing each other, throwing stones. Why, dog? Why do we do that, homies? You know what I mean? If you could uplift somebody, then that's feed me. See, and I'm not here, dog, to earn feria, to earn money and all that. I have my own business, dog. I'm straight, dog. I don't depend on views and how much I got, how much I got. It tells you make some money. Tells you make some money out of the reels, but that's chump change, dog. I can't live off of that, homies. You gotta make gazillions, dog. You gotta have at least 3 million followers to make some good, decent money. Or be on here every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, all day. I'm not, I gotta laugh. I gotta do things, but you know what? When it hits me and I gotta come here and drop some game or whatever, do something positive, then hey, why not, dog? I got nothing else to do. I already read today. I worked today. I hustled, went to the gym, came back, spent time with my family, got some food, and you know what? I got a couple hours to spare, and give some games, some advice, and hey, homes, and if it helps you, ya chingaste, homes, you're winning, dog. If it helps you, you're freaking winning, dog. But it's true, homes. Okay, that browse net, block that one, please. Okay, let's go like this. We blocked them.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Can you see it?
No.
Okay, block them. That beauty, Resley.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh, no.
Just a browner, right?
Yeah, beauty says is Rasta. Is Rasta, not G-A-Y. That's right, dog. My bad, homie. Rastafari. Why can't Rasta be well, if he is, he is. My Rasta is. You're on the same. I believe in you, Matthew. That's right, I believe in you, homie. I believe in all you guys, homie. It's a blessing, dog. Turn from sin and turn to God before it's too late. Yeah, that's true, dog. That's right, homie. See, I'm not here to preach a whole sermon, dog. I'm not here to do all that, dog. If I could lead by example, I'm good, homes. And I did my highlight. That's right. Let's go with Dolphin. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, Islos? What's up? Everybody's tuning in. Jesus is king. Yeah, Simone, he is. Am I 40? Well, thank you, homie. Nah, I'm in my 50s, homie. I'm in my 50s, though. And the other day, I went to go hit the bars. This gorilla still has it. Okay. I might have been about 40%, 50%, but I was still the bars. Hopefully I could do it by this summer. You know what I mean? Why are you not tatted up? No disrespect with the questions. I am, dog. I have a shirt. A whole shirt, dog. I have a whole shirt. I have stomach, head, the whole shirt. See it? All this. All okay. I'm getting there. All right, all right. What up, big homie? Ontario in the house. What's up with Ontario? What's up, homie? Big saludos to all the vatos from Ontario, homie. Simon, Matthew, that's right. Yes, in time, due season. That's right, that's right. Buenas noches, Anthony. Stay blessed, carnal. Big P. All right, Big P. Hey, Big P, before you hang up, fool, how's your son doing, dog? Hopefully he makes it to the Dodgers, you know what I mean? Oh, why not the arms? I'm going to tell you the truth, homie. Why not the arms? Because I planned my artwork in. Oh, he's good. He's here. Leave Sunday, 4 a.m. That's right, homie. Tell him saludos, dog. If he needs anything, let me know, Pete. You know what I mean? We'll look out for him. You know that, homie. So why I didn't get it? Because they were in pieces, dog. You don't get it all in one term, homies. You get it in 2 terms, 3 terms, finish you off, dog. Because in your mentality, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back, you know. And I did, you know what I mean? Boom, 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 everything, right? And you come back, you know. That's the same way Jesus comes in. Yeah, that's right, Holmes. That's true. Solano County in here. What up, big Solano County? What's up, homie? What city, carnal? What city in Solano? The god of Europeans or the Aztec gods? There was 106 Aztec gods. Okay, homie. Europeans, you mean Judíos? Because Judíos were dark skinned, homie. Judíos were like this. Now, we could get into the whole conversation, homes, but do we open up a mato and all that and take out the Cora and all that, bring it up to God? That's what I'm supposed to do, dog? No. Somewhere along the line, they watered that down. They broke that thing down differently, dog. The foreskin, the shedding of the blood. How did they know how to please a God, homes? You know? How did they know about the incense? How did they know about the actual pyramid itself, the facility, you know? So somewhere along the line, they broke that thing down differently. To me, of course, Cristo. What about the flag? Oh man, this vato's hitting me with all kinds of questions. Okay, the flag? Well, homie, the flag has a lot to do with the sangre of everybody, homes. It took a whole pueblo, a whole barrio to make this nation, dog. Everybody. From the Savanas to the Morenos to us, dog. It took a whole nation, you know. I will always say this. Pull out a dollar bill and tell me the color of that bill. You're going to say it's green or off green. It's white, homie. It's a gabacho system, dog. As long as you know and you could finesse it, you could grow, homes. And just be careful, you know. Open up the doors for the next individuals, you know. And if you don't do that, then you're selfish, homie. Self-seeking is demonic. That's what the Bible says, homie. You know? Another question?
And it just says, grew up in breakdancing era, good times. After that, things change. May there still be strength and change with unity in 2026.
I love you, my brother. Respects for the life and not blocking. All right, that's right. Beauty, gracias, homie. It says, what do you think about the Arabes? The Malaysians and the Arabes. That's the question they asked me. Yeah, homie. They have their own life. They have their own issues to worry about, dog. In order for you to be empowered, dog, you got to put a lot of scandalous movidas, okay? And the state has pulled a lot of movidas, a lot of scandalous movidas. And we got to admit it, you know? They're going to be held accountable. Now, the way they live is the way they live. What they've done is what they've done. But just because he's on rag on his head and all that. I don't hate him. He might hate me because of what I believe in and where I was born at. That's speed, man. That's okay. I'm not there to convince him. Now, if I were to go down there, you know, and they would trip on me, which I already knew not to go down there because they would trip on me, that's my stupidity. But when it came down to their beliefs and my beliefs or whatever, then I'm straight. I'm feeding. I'm okay, dog. You know? Would I deny him? No, I won't deny him, Holmes. I believe that that would have me a one-way ticket for up there. You know? But at the same time, I would be wise about certain things. And I'm going to tell you why I would have to be wise. Because Jesus did it one time. When the Pharisees were there, he was gone, homie. You got to be wise. You got to keep the lucha. Time comes just like he did, and. But as for them, the Arabs and all that, that's their life, homie. That's their beliefs, dog. I don't. You're Gen X, whole different breed. Gracias, homie. Uh, Christianity was a Roman concept. Research it, brother. Well, you're gonna come out with colonizing and all that. I already know you're gonna come out with everything, dog. I know that it does. It is for reals. I've challenged it. Now, if you don't believe it, I'll show you how to do it. Inbox me. I'll show you exactly how to do it, dog. And you better do it, homies. That's why I believe in God. But you do it if I break everything down to you, dog. Let's see if you can handle it. Two things will happen to you, dog. Two things will happen. Either you're gonna or get cursed, homie. So think about it. But I'll take your challenge on me if you take my challenge. Lean like a cholo. And that's what he said. Lean like a cholo. Anthony says, "Cubo. Uh, what up, cornbread? No, tortilla bread, fool. Not cornbread, tortilla. Okay. There aren't a They are different in different generations in gangsters' lives. When we grew up, we had respect for one another. I'm 60 years old. Exactly, Anthony. Where did I find those logs? Off of whoa. Did he said he'll do it?
I don't know how to see it.
Oh no. Oh, all right, Anthony Simon. Cool. Los. All right. I got him in 11 4th in Los Angeles, dog. 4th in Los Angeles. Oh, where's the coffee? Right here, still full, Holmes. Where's the vato? Where is he at?
I don't see him.
Come on, dog. You left already? MSDK? Where you at, homie? You wanted to do the challenge? Man, good luck, homie. That's why, like, when it gets all to the whole holiday, I give God his, homies. You know what I mean? I won't do it no more. Nah. I was crazy. I was stupid back then. Matthew, what he said? If you ain't a cholo. Okay. Where's the other question?
There's no other question.
Okay. Oh, what happened to Jack? I don't know, Hans. Jack in the cracker. I don't know. Mr. Van Cando. Cuole, homie. Coffee from Brazil, Portugal. Oh, dog. Probably Portugal. Oh, damn, dog. You hit me with something strong. Portugal, dog. Wait a minute. It's the same one, dog. Well, they're a little bit different because we have Portuguese right here next door to us. It's Cerritos. So Cerritos, the main city, was built by people from Portugal. So there was a lot of people from Portugal here. Brazil, yes, I have Brazil coffee in LA, but the Portuguese.
Saludos, carnal, desde Coahuila, México.
That's right. What else? Let me see. Let me go back to the question. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging around, man. You know?
Hello, Karina said hello and happy new year.
What's up? I pray over my
Southgate.
coffee. All right. Southgate in the
Yeah,
house.
they're saying
Tweety Boulevard in the house. That's right.
yeah.
Tweety Boulevard in the house. That's right. Beauty says, I even pray over my coffee. That's right, homie. That's right.
Ontario tuning in.
Uh, do
Dodgers
you use three
fans.
floaters in your rocha? No, Holmes. I don't.
I don't even think you have that.
Oh, all right, all right. Hey, homie, did you hear? They shot. I mean, I can't say that word. They cueteare micro, his own primo way. Well, dog, that's Hollywood, homie. And I seriously doubt it. I'm gonna be honest with you. With that Halle, that hot one that he picked up with this primo and the Judas got there, with the Fusca and everything, even if he takes the whole rap, I seriously doubt it they let you go into the servicio, homie. But I grew up in the mid 80s in Santana, Orange County. That's right. Califas. And it was crazy.
Don't say all that yet.
All crazy. All of the gang. Some homeboys made it, but a lot didn't. Exactly. Deborah, exactly.
A lot of young people. Huh.
Yeah. Baby, what's cracking? CUH. I'm not a I'm not a moreno, dog. I'm not a cripo. I can't say that word, man. But you guys can say it. You guys say it all the time. The guys with the hairdo and all that, skinny jeans. But hey. So what's cracking, homie? That's right. Well, I chant. I carries the spirit of 1887. That's right. Hello, my friend. What's up, Godoy? What's cracking? How's the family doing? Santana in the house. Respect my boy. What's up, homie? Happy New Year. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Maria, I need to take care of things. Thank you, Anthony, for the time you reached out to the raza. That's right. That's right. No, I don't use the tres flores, Jonathan.
We all lost a lot of good carnales that day. So.
What? Don't say nothing for you Mexican followers. What's up, carnal? Say Cuba to everybody, Holmes, you know? Sanford in the house.
Oh, we did. We did shout out his Coahuila, Mexico. We
Yeah,
shouted
Coahuila,
out.
Mexico, dog.
We did.
The wife said it, dog. We got you, homie. Sanford in the house. Yes, the 80s was wild. Very wild. All right, all right. Who else is in? Joseph, Happy New Year. Oh, Thomas is in the house. What up, Tommy? What you doing up right now, dog? What time is it? Oh, it's nice. Oh, you got the grandbabies right now going crazy over there? Oh, we see you. Okay, I gotta see this question. Why would you say you're not a...
I don't know what that means.
I don't know that word, homie. Matthew, I don't know that word, Holmes. Opa, tarde. ¿Qué onda, Johnson? Ya es noche. She said she only had tortas once in my life. They're good. They're good. They're good. Oh, Brazil is in the house. What's up, homie? Yeah.
Mr. Zen said, I like when you go out and do the cruising spots, bro. You planning on going out?
Yeah,
But
pretty soon. But it's been raining,
I
homies.
think it's gonna rain
Mr. Zen, it's been raining, gacho. Where my popcorn? Right here, doggy. Right here, doggy. What's up, homie? Right here, doggy. Got it right here, look. I got 1,000 of these, dog. Glasses too, guys. I lose them all, Holmes.
Jersey in the house.
Jersey. Joyzy in the house. Nice costume. Thank you. Thank you. I like it, Holmes. I got it at the Halloween. What is it? The Halloween. What is this store called?
I don't know what it's called.
Even the tattoos. Oh, I got it all. My kid was right there drawing on me. Steak torta with the hot sauce. That's right. Tacos de lengua. They're good too, they said. All right. Do I speak Turkish? No, dog. I don't.
Tuning in from the Bay Area.
The Halloween Club. Yeah, that's what it's called. You know? I understand your reaction. I encourage you to research it with an open mind, but you're happy, believe, keep on keeping on. MSDKS. Simon, dog. Simon. But I'll do that, dog. But I'll challenge you on what I did to believe in God, dog. I'll challenge you, dog. Let's see if you have it, homes. This is study. What I'm about to tell you, dog, is for reals, homie. You know, I was atheist, hardcore atheist, dog. Let's see if you, and you know, it's the funny thing that 100% of the time they won't do it the way that I explain it to do it, because that's what they would tell me. Oh, you know what? And I did it, you know, and it bit me in bad, dog. But thank God I'm still here, and I gotta respect that. You know what I mean? Uh, Turning in from the Bay Area. What up, Bay Area?
Send a hug to Brazil, bro, please.
Brazil, what's up, homie? Big shout outs, homie. Big shout outs to Brazil. All I see is just chanclas and shorts out there, because it must be muggy out there, huh? That's a country I would go visit, dog. The song, I don't have the right spelling, but the song. What's the best breakfast protein?
Yeah, you're making
Uh,
sad.
Tu fundido? What?
I know.
Damn,
They're like
dog. You're
funny.
just too much, dog. Matthew can't spell gorditas. He's a little too slow. Fantastic facial hair. Gracias, Brian. What's my favorite oldie, dog? Oh, man. Cubo St. Louis. Sup, local? When are we going to go to San Fe? Please swap me. I'll get you a chela. Benny, I appreciate it, dog. It's been about 19, 20 years since I last drank, dog. But I'll take a chanate, homie.
Or a Diet Coke.
Or Diet Coke. Give me Diet Coke. Even though I ain't in a diet, I like
Like the
it, dog.
flavor.
I like the flavor, homie, but I appreciate it, dog. You see me at the San Fe Spring Swami, say Cuba, dog. Go there, shake. I don't trip, dog, on nobody like that, dog, you know?
Burke 505
Burke in the
on
house.
TikTok.
Damn, what would be my favorite oldie? I got so many.
I don't know. Can you even have a favorite oldie? I mean,
Uh,
that's crazy.
I think, man, homie, I would have to probably put, who is it? Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Probably him because of Teddy Pendergrass, dog.
Cubo, it's a lowrider lifestyle.
What's up, homie? I don't know. There's so many, dog.
That's crazy.
That,
They're saying, yeah, it's hard. Favorite oldie.
it's hard. We could, man. Watch out. Yeah, I'll put this one. This is one of my favorites.
He said it has to be an oldie that makes you think of your ruca like it's the first time, and a Diet Coke it is.
This is one of my favorite jams right here. Bad vato, dog.
Matthew said Donald Summers.
It's one of my. You guys ever study this food right here?
Yes. This is the ghetto.
Donny Hathaway, dog.
Shut up now.
What I was just talking about earlier, this vato did it. You know? Vato did it. Watch out. He did it. He wasn't taking his pingas, his píldoras, and he went back to recording with what's her name? With this one, watch out. And this was his last roll-up.
Music is medicine to the soul. Hey, mucho gusto, carnal. What's cracking? Much love and respect. Shout out all the way from Bassett.
Bassett,
Grande,
grande.
yeah, that's what he said. Bassett,
Bassett,
grande.
grande, los
Los Dinos, that's what
tecolotes.
he said. That's from Roman.
Those saludos to Bassett out there, homes. This rola was his last rola he sang with Roberta Flack, homes. Vato couldn't take it, so they shut down the production, and they had to go back to their hotels. Y este vato se brincó, dog. And but there's a lot of good music, dog.
That's crazy.
But he's bad, dog. He's one of my favorite singers, dog. Him and uh Lenny Williams. Yeah, Lenny Williams and Teddy. Teddy, Lenny, Donnie,
That's what
and
Anthony said. Not that many gente know about Donnie.
yeah, yeah, he I just spoke on this earlier about when you're going through some mental issues, he was bad, Holmes. Donnie was bad, Holmes, but you know, when you people don't know that. Look, Holmes. Not that I'm famous. I'm not, dog. But you get to be around the entertainment business, dog, and you see these things. Cause I go, like, I get phone calls from people. You know, I got like two big meetings. They're gonna be throwing concerts, and they want my advice or who to get or what, you know, and they'll ask me, okay, this time, you know, everything has a season, you know, and the stilo, the sound, the bass, the high, everything. You gotta know the music. You gotta know the the scene. You gotta know the timing, night, day. You know, and it just doesn't happen just like that. So they'll sit down, they'll ask, "Hey, Holmes, what do you think about this? Hey, bro, what do you think?" And these people with big money, they'll, you know, what would be the best bet if we did this kind of show? If we did to me, it's always been funk, oldies, and all that. So I could dig with that, you know. I'm not too much of rap, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I know rap, but I'm not good at it, you know. But the oldies and all that, yeah. So when you see this and you get to meet all these entertainers, dog, yeah, they're old already, you know. Like, hey, what's up? Hey, mucho gusto, you know. But you see what takes place. You see the backstabbing. You see the you know the loquera, you know. You see the prosti, you know. You see certain things, you know, like that, you know, that so easy for people to get caught up and go spiral down, you know. You meet all kinds of people, you know. I gotta see Uncle Charlie, you know, from the Gap Band, and you know, you get to see a lot of gente, but you keep it cool. You don't be all, hey, what's up? Nah, just be cool, fool. Just like the way I am here, that's the way you carry yourself in front of people, you know. And all these people, they're like, most of them have the new band. I mean, the people like the bands, like the Temptations and all that. They might have played with them, but all the original ones are already gone on to the other side, dog. You know?
Lisa said all the singers were going through something, and that's why they sang good music.
Yeah, yeah. Another one would have to be this one. This one. Uh, he's a bad dude, dog.
Happy New Year, big homie from El Trailero.
What up, homie?
Movita said Donnie.
Yeah, you bad, dog.
Alex Castillo, good night, Happy New Year.
Good night, homie. Yeah, all these fools, you know. Uh, what's homeboy's name?
Which one?
Um,
Alfred Cano said Billy Stewart, Jimmy Reed, great singers.
oh, dog, why you go there, dog? That's a hard one, fool. You can't compare, fool. Give me another question, dog. You ain't right, homie. That's a hard one, dog.
Oh, Michelle, what's up, Michelle? Happy New Year
Happy
from
New Year.
162nd. Love y'all. These are Feed songs. What's up, Michelle?
Uh, that's a hard one, dog. I would go with I would go with Billy Stewart. And you guys know the story of Billy Stewart? Yeah, Michigan Lake, dog. With the vatos in the car, homie. Yeah, dog. But they say that the rumor was, you know what I mean? You know, when you're there and you're chopping it up with people and people that been around Billy Stewart, Motown and all that, and you're chopping it up cool, like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, you mind if I ask you a question? You know, throw questions out there. They said that he has sold his soul. That's what they said, you know? So I don't know how true that was, but when you get it thinking, you know what I mean? It's like, oh man, that's a deep one. But I think that he probably did. But he flew off the into the agua. He Vato was young still, you know?
Lisa said Linda Jones and Billy Stewart last.
Yeah. What another question? What
Um,
another one?
Let me see. Oh,
What
sorry.
other question?
I'm going through like three phones.
Oh, Junior Walker and the All Stars. Oh man. Yeah, dog. Pucker up, buttercup. Yeah. Saludos to your wife también. Gracias, Anthony Bravo. The scandals were very real. Yeah. There's people out there singing their F our hearts out and they will always do it. Yeah. There was one, there was one dog. There was this couple and they come out on their dog. And I think they're in TikTok. And they kind of dress up and they do all the rolas that they'll sing, you know? And he played Wildflower by the one I just put earlier. Gavato was singing it. I say, Holmes, you might have been joking around, but you sang it out of your soul with that one, dog, you know? Dijos, what's up, homie? Uh,
What?
David took all the women. Yeah, dog. That's another one. David Ruffin.
He had a good voice. It's like you can't really pick, you know, it's just.
Yeah. He he was he was a hard one, dog. Let me see. Let me go up and find him right now.
Let me see what else you're saying. Felicia said, my fiance used to give me the story behind all the oldies.
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Williams or Clarence Carter?
The what?
Alfred Cano, he's asking another question. Paul Williams or Clarence Carter?
Paw, dog. Paw.
The Intruders también.
Intruders. Look,
Anthony
I
Ramos
love
said
Paul
that.
Williams because I love that song. Let's make a baby. You know. I love the. I love. Uh, but David Ruffin was bad, dog.
Much love from a Chicano.
What up, homie?
That's right. What else are they saying?
There you go. What's up? Which songs will you choose for your wedding song? My wedding. Never been married, this thing? Yeah, I got my wife right here. Oh, she's lucky.
Well, I'm.
No, we got married in a bunker, homie, right there in East LA. I forced her. I didn't want my son to be born out of wedlock, homes. You know, not that I didn't love her, but I think to me, I've had kids out of wedlock and did all that whole desmadre, and it wasn't right. And with me, some Wilson Pickett, that's music, dog. And we got married in a bunker, dog. Yeah, it was a straight bunker, dog. It's still there. It's a tax place now, I think. I don't know. Something. What is it?
They do divorces too, so you.
They what?
They
Oh, they do divorces too.
So you want to go
I
back?
know. Hey, right. But yeah, I just didn't want my son to be born out of wedlock, homie. You know.
You looking smooth, G.
Gracias, carnalito.
Let me go to Facebook because that's where they're asking you all these. That last of it, James. Anything from Ward.
Yeah, let's go. It's Billy Stewart. What's the name?
That's real. Much respect for that. Thank you, Jerry. He said, please hit the like and subscribe.
Gracias. Hit that like and subscribe. What's up, homies? Everybody still live here? What's up, homie? We're bumping the rolas. We're winding it down now. Grooving to the tunes. Here's another female rola. Here, he asked me that question.
Who was it? Alfredo?
This is one of my favorites.
Africano.
This is one of my favorite songs from Billy Stewart.
Saludos, carnal, from Bakersfield. Israel Mesa.
This is one of my favorites from this vato.
Take a cup of kindness, a spoon full of smile, and a dash of tenderness.
He was bad, dog. Saludos, carnal, from Bakersfield. What's up? Man, which top 2 female artists do you love? She don't listen to oldies. She listens to Spanish music, right?
I just like a mix. I'm not
She said the one that she kind of regrets when, you know what I mean, she didn't really have the chance to go, is to go see Juan Gabriel. I got that.
Yeah. That was my favorite.
With oldie vibes, no, Holmes. No. He goes to the backstages, Jonathan. I don't do the concerts with them. I mean, you know, we'll bump into each other, whatever, but he does different things. I do my own thing, dog, you know? I mean, like, there's something that you gotta understand, you guys, that when it comes down to doing a concert or a car show, car show, that's way harder than a regular concert, homies. 3 times harder. 3 times harder. But when you do a concert and all that, or maybe a car show, you still gotta mingle with the people that sometimes you don't get along with, homie. But it doesn't mean I don't get along with him. He's speed, man. But he does his own thing, his own vibe. I gotta do mine. And when you get into this thing of the entertainment or whatever, and you go meet all these big freaking producers that are producing music out there and doing concerts, promoters out there in Vegas, and big old 2,000-3,000 seats, 10,000 seats, 20,000, you know what I mean? The Honda Center and all that. You get to mingle with all the people, dog. They'll open up the back, homes, you know what I mean? And they'll let you come in and enjoy whatever, and you go see all the gente. But this is all like, you know what I mean? Gente that you see through the events, but they're old concerts, dog. They're all, but this is where the money's at, dog. These vatos, they pistear, dog. You know, they pistear like crazy, dog. They blow money, dog. When you go to a youth concert or whatever, dog, them vatos ain't got no money. These fools got money, dog. They'll buy shirts, remember? They'll wipe the whole stand out and go get all their pistos and make a gang of money out of these fools, dog. Because they're older. They got money, dog. Youngster only got about $100 into his name. He still got to buy the ticket, pay the parking lot. Man, he's pulling out the credit card and whatever. Yeah, don't trip. We got it, you know? So, you know, this is one of my other favorite songs. I love this song. But these vatos, they spend feria, dog. It's not like, you know, these fools, they spend money, dog. They got money, dog. They already older, semi-retired, retired already. They got their Jaina, their Sancha, their wife, their kids. Their kids are out of the house. They ain't got to worry about them. They're already in college. You know, they got a bomb, they got a lowrider and a motorcycle. You know, a lot of them do, and they go out there, and them Jainas go out there. Man, homie, and then the Jainas get together. They get all their feria from their husband or whatever, and they go out there in a whole pack, dog. We got a gang of freaking beastos there, all that feria, buy all the memorabilia, and oh man, they do spend feria, you know what I mean? So when you're out there, you know what I mean, you get to see the whole desmadre, you know? Some of these comments are disrespectful. Yeah, they always will, you know what I mean?
Especially on
Yeah, they talk their mas. It's all right, homes, you know what I mean? Especially on YouTube. They call him the poet, carnal. Órale, firme. Little Rob, the baddest Chicano Califas. Um, Little Rob, he's okay, dog. He's all right. His music was good. I like the fact that he stays on his own lane, dog. He doesn't uh he doesn't get to he doesn't get to that side, dog. He doesn't bang on other vatos or whatever. He keeps it cool, mellow, feed me. We spoke to him. He's all right. He's good. He's real good. That's what I like about him. His music is good. There's only a couple good songs that he cracked out there. They were pretty feed me. Us Chicanos will never really make it into the rap scene, dog. You know, make it huge, huge. Yeah, we got Cypress Hill, Be Real. We got uh, um, what's that called? What's that called? Sunday Afternoon.
oh,
You know, and we got Kid Frost. You know, we got our little rappers, but then the gangster Chicano rapper came in, and this vato, and you know, and they're just different. You know, they're just different. Everybody's different. You know,
lighter shade of brown.
a lighter shade of brown. Uh, how was it when God and the devil were together before the devil sent to earth as punishment? Wasn't the devil an angel? Yes, he was an angel, homie. You know, and his job was to bump music. That was his job. Yeah, lighter shade of brown. So when you ask people where did the music come from, you know, who was the one in charge, belonged to Lucifer. Yeah, lighter shade of brown. Teach the word. Yeah, I teach it here and there. Here and there. I don't go all out because, you know, to me, if we have a one-on-one conversation, I just bring a little light, speak a little about the word, and then it comes a personal time with you and him, you know. But to sit here and just to give you an altar call, then just leave you, that's wrong too, you know. Uh, okay, he sit above that Lucifer was cast out. The devil is everyone. Yeah, he's getting Matthew's getting hard on the, you know, 5-star channel. Gracias, homie. Gracias. Baby Bash and SPM made it. Yeah, dog. Uh, but look, Holmes, let's SPM wasn't bumped on the West Coast, dog. They bumped him in Midwest. He took over Texas, dog. You gotta give him that, dog. And yeah, he reached some out here. He did okay, you know, but his music, you know, uh it just sucks because he left us looking bad, dog. He had an avenue for all of us, and the charges came out, and they were true, Holmes. You know, when you're in that lifestyle, you dig, Holmes. You dig to who is this vato? Who? Why is he doing this? You know what I mean? Why? You know what I mean? You dig, and he was just a foul vato, dog. You know, and but his music did bang, homie. You know, and when they jammed up one of my homeboys to go join his production crew, it just say, Holmes, look, dog, the feria's still going to him, and he's the main CEO, and we don't support them vatos. Not that he's from Texas, and we have nothing against Texas because uh we love that vato. What's his name? The heavy set dude. What's that guy from Texas?
Oh, the one that you
Wanna go see?
what's his name?
He's bad.
Mexican, the
The
Mexican
Mexican
OT. No,
OT, Mexican OT.
I think is that his name? I think.
He's bad, dog. That freaking dude is bad, dog.
Yeah, the Mexican OT.
That about the Mexican OT, Holmes, and I pray he keeps on breaking down walls, homie. I pray he does,
Salute to my Tejanos. That's from
Yeah,
California.
yeah, he's bad, dog. That about he, Holmes, and here's another thing, dog. He's down to earth, homie. And it's just a trip because he was talking to the raza because they got into a scuffle there. He goes, wait up, come here, homie. And he tried to give him the mic, like, hey, what happened? Are you okay, Holmes? I mean, come up. And the vato started going off. So he said, get the hell out of here. Then they se lo echaron, Holmes, and the vato was right there. He
Laid out.
laid out, Holmes. They had to come in an ambulance, but homeboy still looked out for him, dog. Homeboy still looked out for him, dog. I first saw you on the Oldie Vibe concert backstage with Rosie and Junior. Yeah, that's right, Jonathan. Gracias. I appreciate it. I still speak to him. I haven't spoken to Junior. I'm going to get a hold of him. I speak to all of them, homie. It's just so much division financially. And, this business, dog, it's a dirty dog business, homie. It's hard. If you ain't got no money, if you ain't got no hookups, homies, you have no business going there, dog. Serio pedo. I'm being honest, homie. You know? That's the truth, dog. I mean, you just tag along, hang around. That's all good, dog. But it doesn't open you up the doors, homie. And if you have a connection, if you have some kind, the good thing with me is because I do car shows and I need to mingle with them people to get the cheapest. So what happens is, dog, watch out. Like, say for instance, let's go with Al Green. Okay, Al Green has a manager, but Al Green's manager might be too high for you. It'll hit you high. Like, let's go with War. War wants 30,000. But if you could speak to Lonnie or Sal, somebody in War, the drummer, one of those two, hey bro, I want to sit down, and they could speak to the manager, the owner, and the owner is the son. The manager is the son of the owner. Son judíos. So they're about 30,000. But if you could talk to Lonnie and to Sal, hey man, you know what, we know this individual, they're throwing this at us and this, and they'll go down on the price, dog. But you have to be out there. You have to go talk to people, and the lower that you get for the gente, for the conectas, the better you're off. But in the long run, dog, it's a hustle. It's a game, dog. It's business. And you go out there, you get put out there on stage, whatever you're gonna do. I give out awards and whatever they need you, go live. And a lot of times those concerts have like blocks on the phones, and I can't go live because I'm there talking to everybody and I have the phone off, and I don't go live. A lot of times I don't. But you get to go see and go speak to everybody. Pero sí, it's a hustle. Then you gotta go and, man, dog, it's a lot of work, Holmes. That's why it's not for everybody. But if and indeed you have a page and you needed to grow and you need to do all this, and it's perfect to connect it all. That's how Oldie Vice does it. He connects everything and he makes money out of the reels. He don't make a lot of money, but it makes money out of the reels. If and indeed one's a banger and he had like 20 million, you're gonna get about $5,000 out of that reel. So it just varies. He does it for the views. He does it for all that. And, I do it because I do events. I know they'll connect us. It's vice versa. It goes like we have a meeting coming up with FKOA. I think in the next couple of weeks. And he's one of the biggest. He's the one that got everybody started in Southern California. The vatos son ricos. His whole familia. They live in in a good area. They've been out there for many years, but they help out people. They're not. One thing about FKOA, he's not a codo. He'll help out, dog. And these projects homes, you're talking about $250,000, homie. You know, easy $250,000, homie. Then you gotta hire the union, you gotta hire the sound system, get the stage, you know, and it's like, damn, you know. But sometimes they're bangers. Sometimes they make their big feria. They'll make 1 million out of $250,000, you know. Pero not always are they gonna be like that. So it just varies. Now when all the promoters come into play, you know, when all the promoters come into play, then you know you could only bump. So you know what I mean. You could only have so many rap concerts, you know. Every promoter's gonna try to get the main ones, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Too Short, and all those, you know, the main ones to put them all together, you know. So it just varies, you know what I mean? It's they're all different, you know. Every event, every holiday, you know,
Depends on the venue,
depends on the venue.
the singer.
Man, and that ain't even nothing, homies. You still got to get the contract for the entertainers. You got to leave the deposit. You got to get the flights. You got to get the room and board. You got to get the room and board. Um, it's a lot. I'm gonna start off on Facebook again. You know, you start your room and board. It's a lot. And then from the airport, right? Um, let me get this. Um, you get the room and board. You know, you still gotta take some of their entourage, homie. You know, it's it's a lot of holly, dog. You know, and then you gotta get the insurance. It's the insurance. What is it? The insurance, the fire code, approval of the fire marshal, the fire chief. The fire chief will shut you down more than anybody. He'll shut you down, dog. He'll shut you down in an instant, dog. And before you do a show, they'll approve of it, and he'll do the whole walk around. You know, and then whatever city. Let me see. Some Billy Stewart. Whatever city you're in, then you have to hire the city. So if the venue is city owned, uh, you have to hire the Juras. So that means you gotta hire them. They do their walkthrough. They'll bring their sniff dogs, and they'll charge you. How much is an hour for the sheriffs? Like 48, like $48 an hour, $52 an hour, I think, for each officer that's out there, and they'll give you a minimum of 10, I think, that you gotta hire, and that's city. And then your insurance, a $10 million bond, a contract, the deposit for the venue. The venue will cost you anywhere from 52,000 to 120,000. The venue. That's
Just
not including.
renting.
That's not including the actors, the entertainers. That's anywhere from 50 to 55 grand to about 100 something
And the
thousand.
sound man.
Then the sound man, your sound is gonna be about 20,000. That's gonna be about 20,000 for the sound. The stage itself, you need the engineer for your lighting, the engineer for your sound system. So you might be able to get a package deal with the sound system and the sound system man, and then the stage. They're always separate, but the stage might have the conecta, and then you want a righteous DJ. Okay, you want a bomb freaking DJ. You want your LEDs in the back, and you need a good freaking DJ, a good host that's not gonna drop the ball, and that the DJ is gonna pump everybody up so they can keep on coming back to your shows. You know, uh, your LED, your stage, and what else?
What do we say? The stage, You said insurance.
insurance.
What about like even if they have alcohol, they have to might have to put
Yeah,
a
then the alcohol, most likely in the contract, is going to be owned by the stadium.
yeah.
Then you got to do a green room. What's a green room, Anthony? Green room is where they have the food and special VIP treatment for the the
Entertainers.
entertainers and their families. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for the canopies in case you got to get canopies out there, in case it's in the sun or nighttime, whatever the case might be. And then all the wristbands, you got to pay for all the wristbands. VIPs, the VIPs are extra. They charge you extras when you go. You got to have security. Where you going to have the security? You got to hire uh, you ain't got to really worry about the the guard car with the Fusca because you already hired some of the deputies. So that bypasses the guard car with the Fusca, you know what I mean? But you gotta still hire all these other individuals. You gotta hire about 40 of them, you know what I mean? About 40 more or less.
And then the host,
Then the host, who's gonna host it, who's gonna host the show.
because you can't host it by
And
yourself.
then the ticket box, who takes care of the ticket box? If it's registered through the phone or whatever, then they take the most percentage. When it's in front of the door, then most of the finances go to the promoter. So by the time you're done, Holmes, that show should be costing you about 200 and something thousand. And then promoting, then radio station promoting, dog. Then the billboards, each billboard out on the street, on the freeway, that's about 8 grand for the month, Holmes. So, you know, and then radio play is I think about 6 grand, 6 to 10 grand, I think radio play. So it all varies. It's a lot of failure. It's a lot of money that you gotta invest. That's hard. But if you get into this scene of the music, the entertainment, just be ready. Then it's a trip because not all entertainers get their rooms. Their rooms might be locker rooms, so you gotta decorate it. Yeah. Showers, even in the showers, I seen them, they're all decorated, all nice. They're pretty feed me. Dog speaking truth, yeah. Steve Harvey, yeah. And with Steve Harvey, Steve Harvey, he had a lot of things going on for himself. He still does, dog. But he had to step on a lot of toes to get where he's at in entertainment, dog. When you deal with all these people, you see all directors, producers, promoters, you see all these gente, you're like, damn, that world's crazy. He did have to step on some toes, dog. But he's funny. He does his thing. He is entertainment, dog. You can't take that away from him, Holmes. Um, when when indeed they um when indeed they try to back him up, or they how do I say it? They try to they had to try to bash him, or how come you didn't have my back and this and that. What was her name? The gordita.
Oh my God, she comes out in
What was her
movies.
name? The heavyset
Her
girl,
name's not something
the comedian.
Nikki. No,
And she said, "Why didn't you have my back? Why didn't you have my back?" You know, when you're in that business, homie, you can only do so much because then you jeopardize yourself. Now, can you stand up for that, Morena? What was your name?
I'm trying to find her name, but I know who you're talking about. She comes out in that movie.
Uh,
It's not Nikki something. I'll
no.
find it right now.
Bernie Mac over Steve Harvey. Yeah, Bernie Mac was crazy, dog. Cypress Hill. Yeah, Monique.
Monique, yeah,
Yes,
that's right, Monique.
thank you,
Monique.
boo. Uh, when it came down to it, dog, and you've been in a certain situation when you see, because I haven't been behind the studios like that, just some of it, but not like they do it, dog. I mean, can we get there? But we can, but we're music. They're TV. So there's a different genre, it's different stilo, different people, different lighting, dog. But you still get to mingle with people, but you get to ask these questions. And When Monique, you could only do so much with her. When Steve Harvey was there and he was telling her, I did have your back, but in reality, he couldn't. Was he gonna jeopardize? You know what I mean? I bumped into Fluffy's. We bumped into Fluffy, and he went to my booth and everything, and he was there with us with my family. He was feeding me. But he's owned by the Judíos. You know, and the manager was real like them people, dog. Not talking bad about the Judíos, not talking bad, but when it comes down to them, they're there. They don't want nobody penetrating their circle or their any kind of financial decision, uh, persuading or anything, dog. They're there, dog. They're trust me. And the manager was there. She wouldn't like let him go. And what's up, homie? I got down with him like, what's up, carnal? What you know what I mean? And he was there by himself in my show at the Aliado show, and he walked the floor, and he was able. Me and him chopped it up, but she wouldn't let him go. And then um, I have a feeling, which I know that's the truth, that she only let me speak to him like that because Gabriel spoke to me. But nobody was there, dog. Nobody was there. Just me,
Well,
him.
remember he did a video on your phone.
Yeah, he did a video on my phone. So it was just me, him, and my family, and that was it, and the manager. But you could tell that um, she wasn't gonna let nothing go by. Like, and the same thing with the managers of War. Same thing. The son, the Judíos were there, and I went to his
Shop does it
shop,
have like
his
a shop?
warehouse,
Yeah, his warehouse.
and she was just like, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean, and like, yeah, and I looked at her and I told her, man, you know what, I'm happy, and she goes, well, why you you know what I mean, like, she was cool, but I know after this, it was just like, I just told her, man, I'm happy I'm here. I get to drop this off. I gave him a jacket and I gave him some chains and all that because we have that, right? We own a business. We create that stuff. And I told him, hey man, the jacket, the Forex is not gonna fit you, homie. I need to customize you a shirt, a jacket. And I did. And I told him, hey Holmes, you could crease it. And he's like, oh no, it's too big. I go, he just needs to iron it. It's gonna look nice. See, he loved my cholo jacket, the state jacket, but he wanted a 4X. It didn't fit him. That guy's big. So I told him, hey man, you know what? I'll customize you one, and I did, and I ironed it. I mean, I hooked it up, I folded it and everything. I said, here, go iron it. And she goes, okay, well here's something in return. And she gave me two things. I said, and I looked at her and I looked at the little bobbleheads, or what were they?
They were the pops.
The pops. And I said, well, thank you, Well, he's not here right now, you know what I mean? She was kind of like,
I didn't
yeah,
want
vete,
it.
güey. Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? Shoot, shoot, shoot. That's how I felt. And I said, well, for what it is, gracias. And thank you for letting me get close to him. Because you know how the Jews are, homie, You're not being disrespectful, but you know how it is in this entertainment. He goes, yeah, you got to be careful with them Jews. And I knew she was a Judía, you know what I mean? But it's all right. It's feed, man. I ain't gonna keep it, dog. I don't want his feria. I'm straight, dog. I'm okay. He came to me. I didn't go to him, homes. And she was just like, yeah, you know how they are. And that was it. They never called me. They never. I don't give an F, homie. You know what I mean? If I see him, hey, what's up? Gabriel? You know what I mean? I got nothing against him, but he's sold. He signed his life away. He belongs to them. And that's what happens to a lot of entertainers, or promoters. They sign their life away. One of the biggest promoters in Southern California signed his life for $10 million. They own the rights, they own the name, they own this. Well, if that's what it is, and that's feeding me. Just suerte, homie. You know what I mean? Wish you luck, dog, and dale gas, and they own you for the next what 5, 6, 7 years, and but whichever, you know what I mean. It's just hard in the industry when you see it. You know what I mean? When you when you're around it and you've been through it and you've done events and you get clutch out of it.
That's true.
You get clutch out of it. Who is it? What other question?
No, no questions, but he
What's
says
up,
that she
Anthony?
brought one.
Oh, what's up, Raul? What you doing? Raul's on here.
Robert?
Raul, my homeboy.
Oh,
What up, Anthony? Just want to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you and your family. Hey, likewise, Raul. What's up, fool? Um, what's the other one, Chris?
Chris, Happy New Year, Anthony. It's Chris and OG Dog from the Mongols.
Oh, what's up, big dog? Saludos. Salute to North Cali from SoCal. Oh, le fino. Heck yeah, dog. NorCal, SoCal. Saludos, homie.
Lemon
Uh,
Grove.
s- sign their life to the dead. Yeah, homie. You know, that's true, dog. Steve Harvey is goofy, not funny. You know what I love about Steve Harvey, Matthew? That he spits a lot of game, dog. I like that, Holmes. That's about the only thing I like about him, you know? We are Charlie, ese vato que lo balacearon. No, not me, dog. Vato was racist, homie. But he did talk smack about the people that had the, so that happened to him. Poor vato, poor dude, dog, But then you put yourself out there like that, dog, and you talk like that, and you're about to get something, dog. You know what I mean? If I went up here on social media and F you, F that, F that, F that, and, man, something's about to happen to me, dog. I couldn't do that just to bring my name up and try to fight for the gente like that. Nah, dog, that's crazy, homie. And look, Holmes, he left behind his wife and his kids, dog, and just to prove a point, Papa's way. That's sad, dog. That sucks, dog. That's Cero Pedro Holmes. I didn't believe in his beliefs, dog. You know what I mean? Vato was racist, dog. But to go out like that, dog. Oh man, dog. That's sad. I don't care what anybody says. That's sad, dog. Damn. I was like, I could this fool. Then I realized he's a humble Chicano OG. Can do muy Navy SEAL up downs puros prison yard style. I will get trying to act tough, but only half vatos sunburn. Well, homie, look, dog. I can't. Me myself, Jared. I'm all right, dog. I'm straight, dog. I don't like I mentioned earlier, dog. When you live that life, homie, you have eyes on your back. You could be as careful as you can, dog. When it's your time, dog, it's your time. But see, here's the thing, dog. Every day I anoint myself, Holmes. Whether you know it or not, I anoint myself with oil, dog. May the hedge of protection be upon me and my family, dog. And nothing has ever happened to me ever since I got out of prison, dog. I didn't have to do the things that you say that you did because I did them. And I didn't go to the service. I went in the streets, dog. We lived that life. But I don't do that no more. I'm anointed. I'm cool. I walk around without no worries about that. You know? If and indeed it is my time to go and the Lord says it's time, well, it's time to go. And I guarantee you it ain't going to be like that, dog. I'm going to die old in the bed, Holmes. Why? Because I've asked for that, Holmes. And anything that I've ever asked, I've received ever since I changed my life, Holmes. And I know that he was there for me all this time. What makes you think that he ain't going to be there for me when somebody tries to attack me or do something like that, dog? And I'm going to tell you why it don't work like that, dog. When I lived that lifestyle, twice, twice it happened to me, dog. When I cocked it, and right here, Holmes, and it didn't go off. I didn't understand it, why it didn't go off. And the homeboys were like, oh man, you scared, you scared. I went into the car and I'm like, what happened? What the hell happened? And sure enough, it went off on the freeway, dog. And that, my friend, is called prayer, Holmes. Somebody was praying for him, Holmes. Now that I'm older and I'm wiser, and the other time, was when I caught an individual in front of me and I was ready to do what I needed to do. And that thing was pointing at me. While I'm discharging, it didn't work, dog. And then it was pointing at me, and I'm like, what the heck? what's going on, you know? It was prayer, my brother. It was prayer, you know? It was prayer. And it works, Holmes. It works.
Oklahoma City.
So now I know myself, I pray and put a hedge of protection around my finances, my cars, my house, and always in my hands. Why my hands, dog? Because I don't want my hands to do evil things, dog. I anoint them. No more. No more bloodshed. No more of that. You're not the same. If you live that life, Holmes, if you live that life of the Navy SEAL and all that, and you done Holly, I don't care how normal you try to be, you will never be the same, dog. Soon as you done that and you play God, Holmes, whether you did it to defend the country or not, and you play God, you're not the same. I don't care how many times you gotta ask for forgiveness, dog. You're never the same, Holmes. You know, judgment is gonna come. Make sure that we live at our best. That way we don't have to go up on the other side when it is our time. Other than that, we could just keep on praying, anointing ourselves that we live a feed my life, and that the man upstairs protect us. And we will always have the hedge of protection, just like that time when I did that to that young man, you know? And he just put his head down because he knew his time was up. And his time was up through mankind, not God. And God said, nope, you know? So do I worry? No, my brother. I'm okay. And I go out there and I go talk positive things. I don't go talk nonsense. I don't go over there bashing people. I don't go body banging. I don't go net banging. I don't go over there and call out fools in the yard. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that, dog. I'm wiser, Holmes. You know? What is it for us to just come and bash on one another and keep on throwing negative and negative and negative? Why, dog? You live negative your whole freaking life, homie. Even when your mom and dad was fighting and him going now doing this and your brother's this, your brother was a part of the body, you seen it all, you've been through it, dog. Why would you want to continue it, dog? That goes to show me that you haven't grown. If you grown, like, oh man, I could relate. Stay down, Brown, you know what I mean? And you make a difference into your family where they don't got to go through that, or they probably don't have to go to the Navy SEALs. They could go do something else, become a welder or something, where he doesn't have to play God and pull the trigger, Holmes, you know? Oh, I did it for freedom. Hey, you did it for freedom, but it comes with the cost, homie. You know, it comes with the freaking cost. I don't care if you have the stripes and you have the rights to do it. It comes with the cost, Holmes. You know? So we stay positive, my brother, you know, and I'm good. But thank you. Thank you.
God bless G.
Good answer, huh?
Yeah. We gotta surrender to God before it's too late.
Why you Chirujo NJ? No, you are my brother. This guy's acting a part. Well, utility. Uh, that's feedment. That's your prerogative, homie. But do a little, check me out. See who I am and what I do. Sock check? Oh, man. De la Soul Tribe called. De la Soul or Tribe called Quest. I don't get it, carnal. You didn't say it was funny, which is real crap, and he do. Say he do have some game. He do know stuff. Matthew, I don't get it though. Okay, what does it say? Say Jesus come into my heart and be my Lord and Savior. If there is a place in my mind and heart I have not submitted or surrendered, I repent, I renounce, and I ask you to release me from all. That's right, dog. Say hi to the wifey. Oh, I said Jerry says Scuba.
Oh, hey, Jerry.
Hit that like. Come on, thank you, big dog. Thank you, big dog. Who are you? Primo. What's up, homie? I'm Anthony, Rockin Chicano, dog. NJ, why are you disrespectful? That's the way they are, homie. It's all right. Sock check, fool. Okay, you want that? I haven't done the sock check today, so.
You did, no?
No, I haven't done it today, but I got to do it every time, you know. Let me see. Sock check. All the way to the knees almost. Every time they ask me, I mean, once a show I gotta.
They always do.
Yeah. DJ Muggs or Premier? Premier? Uh, DJ Premier? Premier. I've heard more of Premier than if that's the right one. Hit the like and subscribe button. I never fall for the sock check ever. Well, I do it, dog. I just, it's for their satisfaction, dog. To me, I do it because, what is he? And I don't wear black socks, short socks only. I wear long socks always, dog. Or the sock check good, gracias, see? But it's breaking the ice, homie. To me, I don't mind doing it, but it's breaking the ice, which is cool. Watch, you'll start following and like, I throw that at that fool, you know what I mean? And they'll start following, and next thing you know, I'll meet him somewhere down the line, and he'll buy a shirt or whatever for me, or just take a flica, or you know what I mean, or maybe it's a trip because you can never underestimate anybody, dog. That fool might have connections that I need or you need, and that's all networking, dog. Uh, Click check, orale. I heard you're an artist. No, not an artist. We've kicked it with artists and all that. I'm still rocking my Christmas socks, Big G. Orale. That'll work. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, Jerry, for reminding me, dog. For the homies, Vato. Do it for the homies. That's right. 100% needs a sock check, big dog. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm down with it, dog. I like your vibe. And you sub, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. See, that's feeding me, dog. My socks are short and I'm not that cool. Well, it's all right, dog. You know what I mean? If you're not you know what I mean? But you're all right. You're on here. You know what I mean? You're on here. You're
Judge you
Google.
by the size of your socks.
I don't judge you by the size of your socks, homie. You know what I mean? But you're here. You're cool. You're vibe. Just feed me. You're listening to the stories. You're cool. You know what I mean? You remind me one of the vatos holding up the wall with the pieces. She's like, you know what I mean? You get crack jokes and everything. He's like, look at the mouth. Still, that doesn't mean you ain't cool. You're cool. No, I said I never fought for the sock check. Yeah, I know, dog. Yeah. Thanks for the $100 super chat. Thank you, carnal. Thank you, homie. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you, big dog. Saludos from Mission, Texas. What's up? What time is it in Texas, homie? What's up, eh? What's up, carnalito? What's up, Dark? Nah, I'm a goofy ass fool. That's right, dog. You all right, homie? You're cool. Thank God, fool. I was mad scared thinking I can't kick it. Man, fool, cortatela, dog. Come and chill, Westy.
New Mexico.
Come and chill, dog. New Mexico in the house. My socks are Christmas ankle socks. Orale, homie. Yeah, well, that's something to talk about when we're all chopping it up right there, dog. Look at this vato. Look at this vato, homie. Look at the back. That's the Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, dog. Pennsylvania, unique. LOL. That's right, dog. Who else is on here? Cuban gracias. Jimmy Mac. Oh, what's up, Jimmy Mac? How you been, fool? Pittsburgh in the house. Oclas in the house. Is it raining up there, homie? What are the biggest drugs in Cali lately? Well, that fentanyl's been hitting all over, dog. The zombie drug has been hitting hard, homie. No more of the old ones, you know what I mean? It's been hitting hard. Canada. In Canada, high as a kite, my boy. Orale. Trusha, homie. You better come down, homie. Easy. Take it easy, homie. I know you got a whole weekend, so I know you're a weekend warrior, so just take it easy, homie. Glide with it. They call me El Cucuy. Ándale. I was raised in East Los, but was never in trouble with the law. Served 12 yes, as a airborne in the army, but my family was harsh from Maravilla. Dog, right now, don't say nothing. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Mike?
His
Mike.
name, yeah.
I'm trying to send my son to the army, dog. I'm trying to send him out, dog. But let's see what he does, dog. Let's see. He has a few months, homie. But you know, I'm trying to send him out, dog. But I can't force him, homie. You know why I can't force him, dog? Because he's not doing drogas, pisto, partying. He doesn't go out, dog. He's been training like a boxer, homes, for 10 years, almost 11 years, dog. And he is almost turning 18. So I'm trying to send him out to the army. The mom's already mad dogging me right now. She's already
Yeah,
mad
yeah,
dogging.
my dog.
She don't want him to go. But you know what, dog? I know it's hard right now, Am I against graffiti? Um, Look, dog, I have a Dallas has the finest highness red star. I'm gonna go to Dallas to see if it's true, homie. uh,
See, Lisa agrees.
so I'm reading this. I'm reading the comments that I can. The graffiti. Okay, let's go with the graffiti, homie. Am I against graffiti? There's a rule that the taggers have, homes. They say respect another artist's work. Don't override it. But the question is, if you could acknowledge the respect of another artist, why can't you acknowledge the respect of the wall of the business owner? Though that's a little iffy on that. Now, if and indeed it's able to be blasted on the wall by the permission of the individual that owns the wall, then it's cool. But at the same token, I also ask that it's readable, knowledgeable, something beautiful, something nice, because 90% of the times we can't understand the arte or the name. Or I mean, I can. I really have to look at it because I love art, homes. That's one thing for sure. I love art, homes. When I get a chance, I take the kids to museums, arte, Chicano arte, and all that. It's beautiful, dog. I get it. They're expressing themselves onto whatever canvas that they put down. The wall itself is something nice, but I think this, Holmes, they would make more money, and artists will make so much money if they knew the system, if they knew how these artists really blow up, dog. You need to get studios, you need to get venues, you need to promote it, you need to push it, you need to network, and you could put so much value into your artwork that it doesn't have to be on the side of the wall. You get way more feria. Then you make samples out of that, dog. Then you sell your samples out of your original, and your original could go up to, what was it, the one with the, what's the name of that artwork? Can you Google that? Eddie Murphy owns it. The Sugar Shack. I think it was sold for $6 million, dog. Can you Google that? Sugar Shack artwork. I think that's what it's called. And that one's owned by did you find it?
Yeah, 15.3 million. Ernie Burness iconic painting The Sugar Shack sold for a record shattering 15.3 million at Christie's auction in New York.
15.3 million, right?
15.3 million, yeah.
That was the copy, not even the original. Can you imagine that? It landed on the right hands, Holmes. It just landed on the right hands. And if you have that that gift, handle it, homie. You just need to get the right promoters, go from city to city, just like the way the music industry used to do it. Same thing, dog. You got to do the same damn thing, dog. And that's how you blow up an artist, dog. That's how you push it, dog. How do you think Picasso did it, dog? He had to go travel. He had to go do all this. And his artwork sucks, dog. I mean, it's cool. I can't bash on it, but it's like you said it, dog. But he did the same damn thing, dog. Go out there, go get a manager, go do this, go travel, go to France, go to the school there and know people, and then you blow up your own thing. Not just this is my artwork in the wall and this is me and that's that. No, go get paid for that, homie. Well, they pay me to do the wall. Screw making it in the wall, dog. Blow yourself up. Then go do it in the wall. Because when you go do it in the wall, your artwork should blow up easy. 100,000 in that wall, dog. You know, when and indeed you go out there and you go push on me, you know. But that's how I would do it. You know what I mean? So that's the issue I have about graffiti, dog. You know, they think to me their artwork is too unique. But if they would concentrate, put it in canvas and sell it, it would get big failure. They just got to know how to promote it. You got to know your agent. You got to know your showrooms, sizes of the showrooms, how to promote it, how to network it, and have all the individuals. Did you ever see that movie, Blood In, Blood Out? I know I say it's a funny movie, but that arte that they had and all them gente with the little bottles and the little, those are the type of people that you try to sell your artwork to, you know? Express yourself, Holmes, you know? And I get it. Love your estilo. Hey, gracias. But is that true or not true?
Yeah.
That's right. Don't send your son to the army. All right.
Who said?
Somebody said it. Okay. Orale. He's jefe. Come out to be a chingon. But you know what? We had coming to us. Your son has a firme as jefito. Puro amor, loco. Thank you, big dog. But I'm gonna bring my skills to lowriders and donks. Well, bring it, homie. Bring it, dog. You know what, Holmes? You just never know, dog. The good thing with social media, dog, man, sky's the limit, fool. Sky's the limit, dog. You know? Sky's the limit, homie. Don't stop, dog. That's your opportunity. That's your chance. And you could bring something out or something new. I bring the toppers, big dog. This sarape right here, homie. See this sarape? I designed 200, almost 300 sarapes, dog, through Tlaxcala, and I made them for the two-tone ramflas, the Fisher body, the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, dog. They had two tones on there, dog. So Mexico only has 7 colors. Your brown, your black, your green, your purple, and then your combinations, dog. You know, and I was like, man, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. And I had to track down somebody from Tlaxcala, dog. Took me a long freaking time. But to break that off, I dropped them $4,000. I said, here, boom. You know, I argued with them first. And sure enough, yeah, but it was hard, homie. Freaking hard, and it was hard for us. Because they would bring the sarapes from Tlaxcala, bring them into Tijuana. You gotta know the whole freaking rundown, dog. You gotta know how they do it, the process. Oh, Holmes, it's a witch, dog. So when they would bring it and cross it over, they would have me hey, come on over, Holmes. Hey, ya está aquí, ya está aquí. So they would bring the trailer, dog, and they would have my color sarapes in the front of the trailer. So it was the back of us. I mean, we had to go dig the whole thing. So we would unload the whole thing just to get 3-4 bultos. Each bulto hold about 52 of them, dog. And you could only get one color like that, dog. Because if you get two combinations, if you get different combinations, then you have to buy the dye. You have to buy the string. And the string is already there. They're going to use the whole freaking string to make you the sarape, you know? So it took me about 8-9 years, but we knocked it out the freaking ballpark. Then everybody started going to Tijuana because in Tijuana, you're able to buy it there wholesale. So this is what they do. All the raza, you know what I mean? They did me dirty. Instead of saying, hey, Anthony, give me some of those, homie. Sell me some or whatever, you know? Yeah, I'll buy some of you instead of going to Mexico. They used to go to Tijuana, send the picture, and the vato from Tijuana will send it back to Tlaxcala. Tlaxcala will send it to Tijuana in bundles and have all the wholesalers and tear it up and be gone in about 2 weeks, which it took me about four weeks. They would do it like in a week. It would take me about 4 weeks to get rid of a freaking bulto because that's a lot. Not everybody's looking for this solid color. So I would advertise it. I would push it. I would go take it to the shows. They took all my colors. And the funny thing is that when that person took my money to go make the, because they own the machinery and all that, they said yours won't sell. Your colors won't sell. I said, yeah, bet. Here's the feria. And I threw it down there, and sure enough, soon as she seen that they were moving, she started selling to everybody else. She says, "Oh, I'm gonna come up." I say, "Hey, man, those were my colors." You know what I mean? But I learned it, and you live and learn, and you understand. So what did I do? I ended up doing the freaking. Soon as everybody took my freaking colors, like there's a reason why there's a different color. Like, uh, one of the maroon. We even got a maroon here.
No.
A maroon and gray. I made it for Click Car Club. You know. And soon as they took all my colors, what did I do, homie? I made that freaking jacket, dog. And that jacket went like fire, dog. So Rockin Chicano, homie, left the stamp in the artesineria business in Mexico, dog. My stamp is there, dog. Legacy, homies. I'm the first founder of the Sarape jacket, dog, like that, with the two tones and all that. And it was so good, homie. Right away, everybody started jumping in, doing the Tijuana thing, and it all went. So when I go see him at the Swami, whatever, okay, tell me the story behind this. Oh yeah, I got it, Tlaxcala, I got it in Mexico. Now, tell me the story. That color was established for the lowriders, the Fisher bodies, the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, because they were two tones. It started through the lowrider industry, you know? That jacket was established in Norwalk. That's a Norwalk jacket, you know? Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, and I give them the whole rundown, you know? You just never know who you're going to bump into, you know what I mean? But the sky's the limit, you know? You that you know art and graffiti or whatever, do that, carnal, you know? I challenge you, homie.
You never know if you don't try.
You never know if you don't try, you know?
Someone said, I don't act like a cholo, but I lean like a cholo.
I don't act like a cholo, but I lean like a cholo. Gee, stay down, Brown. I got suggested Chicano Pauli because I act like a cholo, but black feet people act like cholos. Yeah, they do, dog. There's a lot of natives that act like cholos, dog. Especially, what's the tribe? The Saboba tribe? Yeah, there's a lot of raza there, dog. We call them raza, homie. You know, because we're busted. They run with us and they're there. I mean, I take that back. Some of them will run with the others, but some of them will run with us. But they're homies. They're homies, you know. Oh, what else? I'm Catholic, but I practice Wiccan before finding my faith. Handle it. That's right. New subscriber, Michael. Gracias, hey homie. Gracias. Hey man, have you seen
The Japanese adapting to
the Japanese adapting to our culture? Simone, dog. They come to our booth, homies. They come to my booth. Huh?
Yeah, all the time.
They come with big money, dog. Them
They
fools
act
come.
like they don't have money, but
They act like they don't got money, but they got freaking money, dog. Once, what was it? 93 grand and the luggage for a lowrider. Like, damn, they guys don't play. What does it say? Even the Japanese, yeah, that's right, that's right. Primo, what's up? What's cracking, homie? Off-road, Los Cycles off-road. What's up, homie? Where you guys at, dog? It's bounce right now that it's all wet out there in the flatland, dog. Vámonos.
pouring right now.
Vámonos. I'll be perfect. If people ask me, what do I do in my free time? You go to car shows? No. Hell no. Because we work at the car show. So what I do is we got quads, we got razors, we got dirt bikes. Vámonos. We go to the desert out there to the water beds, homie, the dry lake beds.
Oh, they're in Texas.
Oh, you're in Texas? Oh, even better out there, homie. We're out here in Norwalk, in California, dog, about 18 minutes away from East LA, dog. But the desert's about how long? About an hour and a half from us? Mojave Desert?
Probably,
Death Valley? Yeah. Anything else?
Have a good night, everyone. Blessings. That's what they're saying.
That's right. All right, boys. We're winding it down. Let me see a couple more on YouTube, and that's too fast. I'm smoking a cigarette in the toilet while watching you. Hell yeah, homie. Let's see. Pretend it's a little toquecito, homie. You know, or if you have it and you're gout out all on that yap, homie, and you're like this, you're going out and listening to me, dog. Make sure when you're burning your finger right here, dog, you go like this, try to take the last hit, and you throw it in the toilet right there, dog. Bam, bam. Oh, gracias for the straw hat. Thank you. You be all tecato out, all your hands are all burned and everything y'all got out and Toledo, homie. You know what I mean? Remember, dump and flush, homie, dump and flush. Right when it comes out, dump, flush that crap so it doesn't freaking smell, dog, you know? And flush the toilet right there, vida loca, homie. And after you shave and all that, grab the razor and flush it down the toilet like if you were busted. Okay, don't do that, dog. Yeah, I was raised in a home where Santeria was practiced. I do my own thing now. That's right. That's right, Holmes. I seen it. That's the way we were raised through that, and we had Catholic with us, but it was mostly Santeria and Buddhism. Yeah, Buddhism. Go figure. Saludos from Islos. I'm from Maravilla. That's right, my boy. I need to my channel 8. Saludos to all Maravillas. Ford, Arizona, Oyo, Moraya, Mariana, all you fools, dog. I was good people, dog, from Maravilla, dog. I never looked at you guys different, dog. To me, I looked at you guys the same, like me, dog. You know, saludos. Courtesy flush. I know, huh? Courtesy flush in the restroom, dog. What beats a straight a royal flush? That's the only way to smoke a cigarette in the toilet. Yeah, Holmes. Man, this John Wicks. That's right. Boom. Born and raised in East Los Hazard. Oh, los proyectos, homie. Ramona projects, right? Now I'm in Downey, Holmes. That's right. That's right. That's right. Are you Mexican? I'm Chicano. That's right. It means born here in Cali with Mexican blood. That's a wig. Oh, you ain't right. Light up the wig, fool. That's right. You're gonna travel out to the country this year? I I go to Tijuana. I go to Baja like once a month now. You know, pero um, we're traveling out of state. You know, Santeria and what? It was Santeria and Buddhism, dog. That's what my jefita used to do. You know, and I learned it. I understood it, dog. Oh, thank you for the fireworks, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for. Oh, I got 42,000 likes. Heck yeah, that's right. That's what's up, homie. Stay down, bro.
TikTok always coming.
TikTok's always coming through, homie. Gracias. Gracias. Jeff, good looking out, Jeff. You're always looking out for me, homies. I appreciate it, dog. You know? Saludos from an Empire, big homie. That's right. Drop the knowledge. I say, hell yeah. Not on Santeria, dog. I won't do that, dog. I I I love God too much to ever do the things that I've seen done, you know, how to do it, what spells to do and what, dog. Oh, thank you for the cake. I won't do that, dog. Hell no. And was that real? Yes, it was, dog. As much as God is real, that's real too, dog. You know. But now I'm good. I'm sanctified. I'm good. I'm blessed, and none of that could touch me no more. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm anointed, dog. You know, I go to the highest power that there is. So all these vatos, all these people, they're under that power, dog. You know, so I go to the main top person, dog, and I'm good, dog. How do I break curses and all that? You gotta study, dog. You gotta. I went to college. Oh my, yeah. I went to Bible college. I didn't go to regular college. I went to regular college for a little bit, but I went to Bible college. You know, you gotta understand what takes place or what demons call what this. Last night I had a dream. I was dreaming and you know, and I was fighting, dog. I'll tell you guys my dream, homies. You know what I mean? I was behind this house, and this house we used to do things, and he's inside the wall, and he's banging, and he's throwing me things behind the wall, you know. And when you get the evilness, you have power and command, you know. And he was throwing me things, and I'm just like, hey, back off, you know. I'm anointed, I'm good, you know. He's like, no, come out and play, come out and play. You know, I got all this for you. Come out and play. I said, no, I don't want to come out and play. And I was by a bed, and this was the wall. And I used to do drywall. So the drywall was kind of cut. So I know if as soon as you push it, it would come out, you know? So I knew that as soon as he pushed that drywall, he would come out and face me. So he was behind the drywall. And he, sure enough, he pushed it. And he came out and he hit me. But right when he was about to hit me, I screamed out, Jesus! And it blew out that wall. And I got up and my wife got up. You know, they don't stop, homie. They don't stop. I'm good. I'm blessed, homie, you know? And every time, you guys, I'm being honest, whenever you have issues like that, that name, it can't stand it. They can't stand it, homie, you know? But when you mean it with power and authority, it blows it out, homie, you know what I mean? And it just pushes it out the water. I used to have some hardcore nightmares, homie. The people that I did wrong and the people that I damaged and hurt, they would come back. They would do a lot of things to me in my dreams, a lot. I know I can't say certain things in TikTok because they shut me down, but it was brutal what they would do to me. And I would wake up fighting, you know? I don't wake up like that no more. I wake up by his name, you know what I mean? Like, that's right. Caught out his name and I go back to sleep, you know? But I'm straight. But did we do all that? Did I see all that happening with that, all the evilness? Yeah, no. The candles, the scents, the routines that they would do, and you know what Santa was for what, you know. But not no more, homie. I'm straight. I'm blessed, right?
But they said Jesus always makes it go away. Preach, my guy.
Yeah, it's the truth. It can't stand it, dog. Remember that, you guys. Remember that. When you have nightmares and all that, just remember his name and scream it out. Mean it from the abundance of your heart. Bam! They got to bow down. Every name and every knee has to bow down. You know? And chalecos is over with. You know? That's hard, homes. You know? That's why, like, negativity and all that, dog, when people be talking, man, come and see me, dog. This is me, homes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whatever. But, when you lived all that, now you're good and you have sanctification and you have his joy in your heart and his grace, and you know that nobody else helped you, that it was just God that walked through with you, you're feeding me, dog. You're cool, dog. You might have issues. You might talk about all this pedo and I'm cool, dog. I'm straight, dog. Whatever's clever, homie, you know? Whatever you say, homies. The people nightmares, yeah, homes, all that, dog. All that desmadre, dog. All them drogas, all that. And then going a sick one and all that. Yeah, little do you guys know that all them drogas and all that desmadre, people pray over that, dog. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the gift. Oh, what's up, man? They pray for that, dog. And people don't know the Santa Muerte. You know, if you could study that, what that is, homie. Oh, like, oh, hell no, homies. Study it, where it came from. What part is it in the Bible, you know? Anyways, praise God, Jesus Christ is the only way. That's right, homie. Machete. Yeah, Machete's a firme vato. We go to his house. Saca la bolsita. Nah, no more, dog. I can't do that no more, homie. Are you a Chicano? Simón que sí, homie. En el nombre de Jesús. That's right, homie. Thanks for that dream. Amen. You have positive, good vibes about you. That's right, Kana. The devil is waiting for you out there doing push-ups. Hey, he can't come to my cantona, dog. He's not welcome. No drugs and alcohol are allowed in my house, homie. You can't pistear in my house. You can't drink in my house, and you can't do drogas in my house. You can't. Dispensa, homie. That's out the board. I swear to you. Can anybody drink in my house?
Mm-mm.
Can my brother drink in my house? Can you come here and smoke a leño?
No.
Can you smoke a cigarette? No, my house is not shallow. Who was the one that told you about God? Nobody, dog. But they used to tell me about him from years ago, but I had to go and do the change myself, dog. Is this the transformation start? Yeah, that's how it started, dog. I was tired of being tired. I was tired of the prison system, dog. And when I got out, I remember a lowrider show. That's why I would go attend the lowrider shows, because it was a lowrider show and they washed my car and they were serving menudo, dog. Three things in one, dog. And I was hungover and had to feed me ranfla. And there was a car show, and I remember it years later, and that's where I went. Right when I paroled, after I paroled. Do I think worms and parasites are demons? Well, Holmes, sicknesses is, you know, but every parasite and every worm and every sickness lands under 33 different forms, dog. Okay, that's the way scientists broke it down. And guess how many lashes Jesus had? 33, homie. So every lash is covered. Crazy, huh? Yeska for the week? No, dog. I don't smoke Yeska, dog. They offer me Yeska, but I tell them, what am I, 16 years old, homie? Offer me a freaking regazo, fool.
You want to go that bad?
You want to go that bad? I mean, here's a little frio right there, homie. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't. I don't, dog. But you know, to each his own, dog. You know what I mean? They're gonna get a chance to, you know. Nice outfit. Shout outs from Yanya Pret from I don't know the name, dog. What's up, homie? I didn't get any tamales this year. Sounds like I need more friends. That's right, dog. Okay. Yeah, your story, I bet, has helped so many people. Yes, I do. I go speak, dog, wherever they call me. I don't charge, homie. Just give me some food or whatever. I've been everywhere, dog. They've called me. Only place I haven't been back is prison, homes. And I think that one's coming soon for me to go speak, dog. Built like the Italian mafia from Timu. Am I CARTEL? No, homie. No, no, no. It was hard to let go of that pipa and the yes cajones, but praise God, I'm done with that stuff. Hell yeah, that's what's up, homie. What is my brand of shades? They're off of 4th Street in Los Angeles. Am I cortado, homie? Este vato, am I cortado? No, dog. And see, dog. Big dog, those questions, I know you could relate it to Christianity or Judaism, but that's nor here nor there. Can you play some Phonics Hey Love? All right, let's go. A couple more questions and we're done, homitos.
Okay, well, they're just saying hello from Oakland.
Hey, is it raining in Oakland?
Probably.
All right. Can you talk about relationships with Caltop? Yeah, dog. Caltop is a FEMA company, and I've helped them out, dog, for better sizes, better collars, better sleeves into the company, dog. I'm their advisor, Holmes. And whatever I ask or say, they do it, dog. But in return, they've spit a lot of game to me. Huh?
Yeah.
A lot, dog. Chico, see, if you guys ever interested in making your own clothing brand, whatever, we'll sit down and I'll explain certain things that the do's and the don'ts, dog, you know, pero I won't just say it over the phone like that, dog. It's a twist, dog. I lost a lot of money, but when they break you down, it's schooling, dog. And that thing costing me a lot of money, dog. What else? Yeah, Simon Chicano was born in the USA with indigenous blood. Simon. Happy New Year's from San Diego, Califas. Drizzle, raining here. That's right, homie. Oh, let me go back to YouTube and that's it. Vámonos. Yeshua is the way. That's right. Is there no salvation with Yeshua? Well, Yeshua is the man, dog. Bro's mustache is on hit.
It's raining in Stockton.
Is it?
That's what they
Stockton
said.
always rains, huh? What up, homes in East Los you hang out with or used to hang out with? Norwalk, one ways, homie. Still live here, dog. Still live here. What's your favorite Mexican food? My tacos al pastor. Chilaquiles,
Oh,
dog.
yeah, chilaquiles are bomb.
That's
I
right.
know.
That's raining in Stockton. Yeah, Stockton always rains, dog. Sanato 210 in the house. You look spiffy, Raza. Swifty, what's up, homie? The only Hispanic food I ever didn't like was mole. A lot of people don't like mole. I think mole is good.
I think it depends.
Yeah, it depends, dog.
I like mole.
That food looks like blood in, blood out. Órale, firme, vato loco, what's happening? Is your nickname GQ? Nah. Just call me lazy because my eyes are lazy eyes, dog. Big lazy, OG lazy, not little lazy. Not there's like 2 or 3 out there.
Happy New Year from San Diego, California.
That's
Drizzle
right.
rain here.
When am I going to IE? Well, as soon as there's another show out there, dog. And all the car under our feet, we have unwear fade. Yeah, that's right, dog. That's right. Yeah, the power and authority. Terco from the Owens, yeah, they're younger, dog. He's way younger than me, dog. I'm in my 50s. I had a store in Whittier, but guys, I wasn't trying to go back to my old ways. Yeah, Kenneth, it's unfortunate, that happens, but you just gotta know how to deal with certain situations, dog, and communicate. And you know what? That's why I never forget where I come from, dog. I always look out as much as I can, especially with my homeboys, dog. Just because I'm not there doesn't mean that I don't exist no more, dog. I don't get caught up with none of that madness, but I look out for them, dog. And if something happens right away, they call me up right away. They're like, man, calm down, fools. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm happy for that, dog. I'm very happy. They protect me and my family. They look out for me, But I also look out for them, dog. I don't keep them in the shadow. I don't think that I'm too good. No, Holmes, don't act different around them, dog. The only thing I do different, Holmes, is like if they invite me to a party, whatever, I'll stop by for about 30, 40 minutes and I leave, dog, because I don't want to sit there and, what I mean, bring back some old habits or whatever, not that I would fall into it, dog, but just sometimes, when it's your time to go. Okay, thank you. You showed respect, and they feed me, hug the homies, al rato, vato, I see you, homies, hey, homies, how you doing, feed me, and go about your business, dog, because you don't live that life of getting caught up or who's who, what, when, or, it's none of your business no more, homies, you know what I mean? And they respect that, and I respect them in return, and they don't trip on me, dog. If anything, they drive by here. I know you guys hear music sometimes here. There's a couple of my homeboys going by, because they know I'm live, you know what I mean? They're like, what's up, fool, And they look out for me still. I look out for them. Like today, a homeboy pulls up. Chocolate or can you get it for me, please?
He said chocolate or what?
Or strawberry.
You didn't get strawberry.
And watch.
Strawberry's mine.
Careful with the cables.
I got it.
They still look out for me. I look out for them, dog. I'm not in the game. I'm not banging. I don't say I'm from bottom north. I don't say that, dog. I'm not from the hood no more. I'm being honest. And the vato goes, he went like this. He goes, chocolate or strawberry? I go, huh? He goes, just say it. What do you want? Chocolate or strawberry? I go, of course chocolate. And he goes, bam. If you guys know who this is, dog, where it comes from, the kid's already open.
Yeah. Careful, it's gonna spill you.
Bomb, dog. But it's too rich, homie. You can't down the whole thing. You'll get sick. It's too rich.
Small glass.
Yeah, just sip it here and there, and that's it, dog. That thing is too rich. It's from Montebello, the last of the dairy. That's it. There's no other dairies except for that one. Montebello. Yeah, that's right. And he's all like, strawberry or chocolate, homie? You got Colin. Chocolate, homie. And he boom, right there, homies. You know what I mean? And that thing is crazy, dog. You can't down it. I remember that kid?
See?
He's all like, he opened it up and he goes, oh, hell yeah, this is good. I go, whoa, homie, don't down the whole thing. He's like, I'm all right. This is good. I've never had this before. And he's like, he down the whole freaking thing. He goes, dog. And I told his dad, hey, Holmes, he's going to get sick, dog. He's all like, you think so? I go, I know so. That thing is too rich, homie. That's why they only certain places sell it, dog. That thing is too rich, Holmes. And sure enough, he got chorroso, was throwing up about, what, 20, 15 minutes later?
Yeah.
15 minutes later, he was throwing up, chorroso and everything. And he was out for the whole day, dog, you
You
know.
know, he got chocolate wasted.
Yeah, he got chocolate wasted, you know what I mean? But there's they're they're hard, you know. It's but my homies still look out. They still come here, you know what I mean? And whatever they need. Hey, Holmes, you got shades? Hey, Holmes, you got a tango? Hey, I gotta go to this. I gotta go to quinceañera. Or, my cousin's getting married. I need a shirt. And come on, I don't charge you. Well, here you go, you know, right? As a matter of fact, Negro, I got 2 shirts for you already, you know? My homeboy Negro's always, you know, like, hey, bro, you know, yeah, good vato. Kita from Uso's car? Yeah, I did, dog. Feed me. I'm a straight up paisa. I moved to Riverside. All my neighbors are Chicanos. Best neighbors I could ask for. I know now all oldies, anything from Supremes to Barry White. Ándale, güey. I know, Jordan. Uh, I don't get it, Holmes. I don't get it, Jordan. Amen. Heisenberg. All right. I got Coca-Cola. That's right. Parkside? No. The one ways, dog. But I live in the barrio. I live in the 160s now. I don't. The one ways is across the street, you know. Still the same area. But I'm in the 160s now, you know. Vato chafa. Gracias, homie. I appreciate it, dog. Met me at your nearest corner store. Let's squabble. You want to squabble? Don't trip. Come to my pad, dog. 562-416-3311. Come to my pad, dog. We don't need to go to no corner, homie. You know, that's straight up, dog. That's OG crap right there, dog. All that meet me, whatever, dog. I ain't scared for a couple of black guys, dog. I'm far from that, dog. You know. Sorry, can you explain what that bottle was? Looked like milk, but I don't know. It was chocolate milk, dog, and strawberry milk. That milk is hard, Holmes. It's that bottle's feeding me, dog. It's pretty good. Uh, Boy Shanker, and I don't get it. There's nothing a quick fade can't fix, right, homie? I don't give a. You know, I'm not a YouTuber like that, dog. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not a YouTuber like that. To me, like you got some, just call me up, dog. Inbox me, homie. You know, I don't trip, dog. Do I know second chance? Yes. Bro, where's Big Bro? Where's Big Bro? That's what he calls me. Big Bro. And he was my rival, dog. Feed me vato. He's from the other side of Artesia, dog. But he's came to the pad, huh?
I think maybe once.
Yeah. Who's this wannabe Mexican? Stupapi, homie. I know you have a vinyl collection. Not no more, dog. I used to have a cassette collection, dog. But all the vinyl, my cousin has it, dog. Yo, man, he has like 3 storages of that, dog. The music has been with us. We're from Norwalk, so Norwalk Records was there. We spent all day there. We have so much. My cousin has all the vinyl, dog. Am I from Australia? No, dog. Off feed, man. Gracias, then. Got to take care of your kid and get a job. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, go handle it. Uh, Put that nacho in that bag, bro. Orale. Fake G. Well, thank you, homies. I'll feed me. All right. What do you think of the blacks? The blacks are blacks, homie. Uh, He's willing to sell some. He doesn't, dog. He won't sell none. Man, dog. He'll bring out a album and he'll tell you about the whole album. The blacks, they're female, dog. I mean, look, dog. I don't instigate. I don't sit there and bash them or talk about them like that, dog. But when you've done time and you studied and you seen them and you get to live around them and you get to see the whole madre, you study the weaknesses of your enemy, you know? And just like we have weaknesses, they have weaknesses too, dog. But for us to teach you how to hate another race, homie, That's what it was taught to us when we were younger in juvenile hall and all that. And you grow up with that aggression and that hate. And the funny thing that when we would do that, when I would do that, because obviously, you know what I mean, I was in prison and all that, it's just really teaching you how to hate your own self because that individual is in the same boat as you are. And both of you guys are trying to make a life, trying to survive in this the concrete jungle, you know? Um, just like there is paisas and there is Chicanos, there is scandalous foods, there's good foods. Same with the Morenos, you know what I mean? There's scandalous foods, there's people that are stubborn, don't care, have no morals. It's the same thing, no morals with us, and same this mother, dog. You know what I mean? Um, long as there's respect, you keep it cool, firme, you know, and go about your business. Now, when and indeed there's situations that you try to prevent and you try to do the best that you can to de-escalate the things, of course, the individual with well, hold on, um, that's lived that life, he's gonna know how to find his way out, you know. So um as for me having issues with Morenos and all that, no, I don't, dog. That's them. They have the right to live, dog. Just like we do, Holmes, you know? But you also got to respect them like you want that same respect, Holmes, you know? Um, you're always going to find defects with them. They're going to find defects with us. Everybody has defects. But doesn't mean that you pinpoint it and try to steer things up and bash them or whatever, you know? Remember, where we were raised, we don't speak, we do. You know what I mean? So when the dog barks, whichever race it is, you know what I mean? Sabes que no va a morder, you know he's not gonna bite, you know? But when you're about the business, then go handle the freaking business, dog, you know? Um, I don't trip on them, dog. I like their food. The food is good, dog. We love soul food, homie, you know, just like they like Mexican food, homie, you know? And that's that. We bumped their music. Our estilo, the suit was from the Morenos, you know what I mean? And we adapted that, you know. To this day, people wear the Jordans and all that. You gotta admit, they know how to sing, they know how to dance, and they sure do know how to create a lot of ropa. We blended it in, all in, and we made a batch, and we're Chicanos now. You know, they wore the first derbies, they wore the first suits, you know, through Detroit, bringing down to the Texas, all the way through Chuco, Arizona, and all that. We bumped the music. They know how to make good music, you know? So I don't trip down, you know? They're just trying to survive like I'm trying to survive, right? Was
Yep,
that good?
that's true.
Stay up, my brother. All right. Chicago, ¿qué onda? From San Diego, ¿qué onda, homie? That's why we gotta stop this BS. Yeah, dog. I go to Steven's Steakhouse to the oldie show. That's right. You see me there, carnal. Um, look, dog. I'm gonna end up with that one. We're gonna with that topic. Look, big dog. We have a lot to learn, dog. Raza has a lot to learn, dog. The way the Morenos did all their movidas to back in those days, homes till now, of course, there's been a lot of destruction. They tore down the Black Wall Street. They tore down all kinds of stuff, burned down your cantonas and did you guys dirty, homes. But you guys have passed so much in life, homes, that we could learn from that. They even made, because of them, we were able to make the brown berets from the Black Panthers United and everything. What was that called? The Rainbow Coalition, you know? A structure and everything to have everything put together to make a difference. But of course, the government and all that starts breaking things down, and they sell negative, and negative makes money, and they're on Wall Street, and you know, I'm just saying it kind of fast so you guys could kind of understand that the negativity and all that. There's profit, and when there's profit, they could see it. They want to keep it that way, dog. So the Morenos tend to stay in that path, you know, and it's been a lot of destruction, homes. And us, Raza, follow that same footsteps, dog. We all get incarcerated. We drop out of school, and there's some that make it and never come back. They'll make it and become doctors and whatever, lawyers, whatever. They never come back to the hood, you know. Same with them. It's the same thing, you know. And we adapt to the ghetto lifestyle, and we adapt to our ways, you know, and we never really grow. We only grow to an extent, you know, which we already know this is a gabacho system, you know, and that system has been set up for us to fail. If you pull back and you analyze this whole thing for what it's really worth, you're like, damn, man, we had no chance even fighting to come up with as we grew up in the hood and try to make it, you know. But through trials and tribulations and people that's made it and done things like myself and push it for our people or whatnot, you know, it starts a chain reaction, dog, you know. Uh, can we learn from them? Of course, dog, we can right now. And I say this story to say this, dog. I say all this to say this. Why I say it, dog? Because a lot of the yellow agents, they're raza, son Chicanos, homie. They're born here, third, fourth, second, first generation. And how is it that you're that skin color and you're coming after your own skin color, dog? You know, it doesn't make sense, homes. You know what I mean? They already been their mind has already been lavado, been washed, homes. You know, because as much as you try to be like them, at the end of this ride, homie, you ain't gonna be accepted, dog. That's the plain freaking truth, dog. You know? Same with the politicians or the Morenos that are up there. You think they don't get help? You didn't think Obama got all kinds of hate and all that? Of course he did, dog. And the sad thing, he had no say so, dog. He was under power, homie. Yeah, he was like a puppet, homes, you know? It's sad. Yeah, throw it out, do this and do that. Let's deport most of the gente. Let's do this jale under him. Let's pass all these laws under him, you know? And he was just like a puppet, dog. But he was willing to roll the dice to be the first Moreno president, dog. I give him credit for that, dog. Like, okay, cool, you know? But all in all, we could learn from all that, dog. For us to get it together, homes. Because if we can't get it together, how are we supposed to get it together with the blacks, homes? We can't. If we could get it together, homes, then we could turn around and say, hey, let's make this coalition, homes. And we could become powerful, dog. Powerful, homie, you know? But that's nor here nor there, homes. That's up to you to run with that and think what would be your best position to make a difference in your community, in your barrio, with your people, homes. Much love and respect, homie.